play around.
As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders! Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Saturday Night Raiders Last Call with your host. To my left is Jason Downs.
I'm to your right.
And to my right is
No.
Chris Foritas.
He's on your left. Hey, I'm on his right.
Yeah.
Oh.
My left, my right. Yeah, my left, whatever.
I'm
And I'm 401 Raider Jeff.
I'm Leo.
Yo, Leo. So, how you guys doing today? Good?
Doing pretty good today. Good.
Yeah.
They're in the Midland.
Well, as everybody knows, we're going to be previewing tomorrow's game between the Raiders and the Colts. We're not going to talk Bears tonight, so if it comes up in the chat, we're not talking about the Bears. That game's done, over with. We lost. It's over. We're moving on. So tomorrow's game, Colts, Raiders. Let's hit the chat up real quick. We have Robert Pena's in the house. We have Raider Travis is here. What's up, brother? Uh-oh. We got a Bronco in the house, but I know who it really is.
Yeah, we know
A Bronco Jeff with the $2 super chat. My arch enemy, Raider Jeff, will duel to the death. Okay. Thanks, Accelerator.
I'll throw a Dunkin' Donuts in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll slip you a semi-automatic so that makes you get more shots off.
Really rises in the house. LV Raider 10, my guy Nate. What's up, brother? True Raiders in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? Chewy's here. What's up, Chewy?
Hey, Chewy.
We got
cool kid.
Daniel Berry's here too.
Hey, True. What's up, True? Nice
Raider Nation Jason's in the house.
It's my boy
Jason.
Oh, you got Cool Kev here. Saying hi to Jason and Chris also. Accelerator says that wasn't me. I don't know who that was. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We believe you.
Well, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Oh, Duncan's here. Warren is going to run loose against all linebackers.
My guy's in the house. He was ripping Discord earlier, getting a little fiery in the Discord earlier.
So we're going to do this a little bit different this week. I'm basically going to pose questions and looking for information from Chris and Jason, and then I'll add my thought process on it a little bit at the very end too. But it's primarily going to be getting these two their chance to really talk and give their input on the game that's coming up. So we're going to start this off. So we're going to do the first segment. Basically, we're setting the stage here with this. So Raiders versus Colts. Is this a must-win game? And we'll start with Chris. Do you think this is a must-win game for us at week 4 of the season? Sorry, week 5.
At this point in time, I'll say, yeah. because they lost 3 games in a row. Not badly, but they're at the bottom of the division once again. They're in the AFC complete outlook of it. I think they were like 15th or 14th. I'd look at it again. I'll play. It's early to say playoffs, but if you look at it, that's what I'm talking about. They're like ranked 14th or 15th. They're at the bottom. They're at the bottom of the list again. Almost 14, 15, but they're at the bottom. One game out of 4. That's not good. So it's a must win to get back in respectability, and also as to get it going, to get things started, because they got 3 games left before the bye. To get this game and maybe another game, they're looking old. They're not looking pretty, but they're looking better. And maybe the second half we'll do better.
And chat, feel free to put your comments in as the early riser says yes too. So Jason, what do you think? Must win or no?
I am going to go with yes. It's a must win.
Okay.
And here's why. There's no. If we put one more L on the board, 5 games into the season, then the season is going to be lost. There's going 1-4. The season is done. Is that what we want? I don't think anybody in the chat. I don't think anybody in the Raider Nation wants the season to be over by week 5. Because what ends up happening is next week me and Chris are doing a mock draft on Wednesday. So I love Chris. I love you, Chris, but we'll save the mock drafts for February and March, right?
I want to do a mock draft now. It's too early season to do a mock draft. The way it looks,
yeah. So overall, we don't need to be hanging another L up on the board. We just don't. Let's get a win, and then we'll go from there. I normally don't look to the next week, but what's up on the horizon is another winnable game, right? So you win tomorrow, and not only just because we have to win, because I think it's going to save the season, but it's going to build confidence in this. So we're developing young players, right? We're developing young players. We got Genty, we got these key guys, and I know Bowers isn't playing tomorrow, and
well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna get into that. You're playing Jason jump ahead.
That's what's happened that's what happens when you do a Google search.
So Cool Kev thinks that this is a trap game for the Colts. Do I think it's a must win? I think, and I gotta agree with Travis here, and that's the reason I'm gonna say yes. I think it's just for the morale of the team itself. If they go and lose another one,
yep,
there's gonna be issues in the locker room. People are gonna stop fighting. Players are gonna stop fighting with each other. They're gonna stop pointing fingers at each other. It's already kind of starting already.
Players only meeting.
Yep.
That's the downside, and that's what we don't need. We don't need distension in the ranks. Let's see. Donut Stunker says, "I'll be okay if we are in it the whole game and are competitive. If we are looking to get a wild card spot, then yes, this is a must-win game." Oh, I'm totally not thinking playoffs anymore. Unless somehow we have a miracle the rest of the season, I don't see that in our future.
Yeah. I don't see a playoff picture coming in focus right now. Not even close. I don't think they're going to sniff it, but I just wanted to be a decent competitive season where we're not in the top 5 in the draft picks. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. And Cool Cut says we have 3 or 4 games before the season ends. Accelerated. We're going to be super inspired for this one, so we're going to find a way to pull it out. This is going to be one of those that we win against someone we aren't supposed to, which will fill us with false hope. And that's the thing. This is one of those games. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm correcting myself. They are ranked 10th in the overall AFC. I thought it was lower than that, but they're ranked 10th. That's still not good. I'd rather be up there, but the way they're playing, I'll take 10 for now, but I don't want that. I want them to move up. But
well, that's 10th out of
16.
16. So
they're not in the middle. They lower half.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is the weekend. We believe again. Let's fucking go. Yeah, we're past the Bears shit. Fidel, where is the game? It's in Indy. I'll be out here on vacay in the Philippines listening to the game. 805's in the house. What's up? Oh, you done with your marathon? I thought you were going to go long. So you were on for over 2 hours. He's trying to keep up with you and I, Chris.
2 hours. Man, that's like a short. That's like a short bus.
That's a commercial break for Friday night.
Yeah. That's a short.
Early rise to take it one game at a time. Anything's possible. Must win tomorrow. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. True Raider says we had the opportunity to go into the week 7 bye with a 3-3. Yeah, and that's the other possibility too. Mm-hmm. So, so do you think this has anything that's going to hurt us? Is it's not really a short week. I don't know why that's in here. So let's move on to we're going to move on to segment 2 here, which is the Raiders offense breakdown. So on the QB play, we'll start with Jason on this one. What do we need to see from Geno? Limit mistakes or deep passes? Or attack deep, sorry.
Well, let's attack, but does that necessarily mean we have to attack deep? We don't have to attack deep on every play. We can still get the flow of the game going, maybe get some crossing routes going. But obviously, I mean, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out you can't throw 3 interceptions and expect to win, especially against the Colts. I mean, we saw the Bears. We gave up 3 interceptions, and they got how many points off that? 3 points off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
and we give them a short field every time too.
Oops, I mentioned the Bears game. Sorry.
That's
but
all right.
in the long run, in the long run, he just can't do what he did last week. And attack, he's going to be limited, with his weapons. But he still has guys out there that can make plays. Trey Tucker's still going to be out there. Jacoby's still going to be out there. When does Dante Thornton? When does he have that breakout game? Okay, we had Genty who had his breakout game last week, right? When does Dante Thornton have that breakout game and rise up? And it doesn't have to be anything screaming spectacular. Maybe catch about 4 or 5 balls for 60 yards and a touchdown. Let's see something like that. But overall, quarterback play. Let me get back to the quarterback play. It's obvious, to say the least. Still turn the fucking ball over.
Yeah. So, Chris, what do you think we need to see from Geno, limiting his mistakes or attacking deep with him?
Pretty much what Jason said. Stop turning the goddamn ball over, but also spread the ball around. Don't just target Jacoby Myers on every single play. He's not like you're always looking his way. You got other receivers out there. You got Trey Tucker. You got Thornton, like Jason said. Hopefully, you have a breakout game sooner than later. Then you got the second round pick. He's 2 targets the whole year. Put him in. Let him see what he can do. Put all the receivers in and look around. Because when you target one player, defense is going to he's watching Jacoby. And they're going to jump his routes. Jacoby Myers not a barn burner. He's not the guy that's going to blow past you. He's a good route runner, but they're going to jump his routes. They're going to have a man covering his routes all the time. So throw somewhere else. Stop looking at him all the time. Throw to Genty out the backfield. Stop staring down the receiver. That's the tip sign for defense. They're going to throw at this guy. Let's go jump the route and get an interception. Happened twice in the game. I'm not going to mention that last game, but yeah, happened twice in the same game, in the same play. So he needs to step up, look around. I know his offense is not giving him that much time, but be a little quicker. And if nothing opened up, take off and run. If you get 2 yards, I would take a 2-yard quarterback run, then an interception any goddamn day.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Travis agrees with you too. He said it also. Geno needs to stop staring down the receiver and giving up the big play and stop trying to force it to Jacoby. And you just mentioned stepping up. The only problem is if he steps up in the pocket, the way our offensive line is, we're just putting him closer to the tackle that's going to tackle him for a sack. That's the downside because we're going to get into the O-line. But I think it's the big thing is with him is we're going to limit the mistakes. Taking shots down the field, I don't know if that's a necessity right now. I think we need to work on the short, dinky passes because with this O-line the way it is, he's not going to have time to throw the deep ball. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to be dumping it off. But the downside is no Brock. We're going to get into injuries, but no Brock Bowers. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. So, Chris, we'll start with you on this one. O-line, do you think they can protect him long enough to open up the passing game? So this kind of almost like a follow-up, but basically it's talking the O-line overall. What's your thoughts on that?
On the left side, no. With Colton Miller going down, that's going to hurt us a lot. I don't know John Forsythe is good enough to hold that line long enough against those pass rushers. I know he played under Pete Carroll back in Seattle, but that was then. It's now. Like, if they can't hold up, okay, well, you can't for the passing game, at least run block well. Okay, so we maybe just run the ball. The right side might be good enough to hold up, but not the left side. Because you got Parham over there and Forsythe. Yeah, that's like a swinging gate to me. No, I don't think so. So the best thing to do, like you said, short passes, hike the ball, boom, and get out your hands quickly. Do like crossing routes, as Jason said. Do something different. You ain't gonna have time to throw the ball 20 yards down the field because they're gonna be on you so quick.
Yep. Accelerator says, I see a good game from Mayers. Early rise, it's Michael Mayer that's out. It's Jacoby Myers. So I think you just put the wrong name in. So it's Jacoby Myers, Michael Mayer. So Michael Mayer is definitely out. Jason, your take on the O-line giving Geno enough time to open up the passing game?
Well, the scary part is we got to put Stone Forsythe out there. Our head dog is going to be out. He's going to probably be out the rest of the season. It sucks, but we're going to have to put that guy out there. He ain't got a choice, man. Either he blocks, or our quarterback's going to get killed, and we'll be relegated to bringing in the rookie's going to. I still think the rookie in a couple weeks is going to be playing because we're going to get to a point where it's like, he's a 5-6 year veteran, but the rookie's probably got more upside. So might as well put the kid in there that has the most upside. Let him get his reps. Let him get his knocks. Just going to have to run some 12 personnel or run strong side that on the left and have that tight end. That tight end's going to have to at least get in the freaking way to help that tackle. One of the things I think we can do with Forsythe, though, is get him in space on maybe some pitch sweeps or some short screen, a little bit of short screen game off the left side. And see, because he's big enough to get in people's way. Sometimes that's all you got to do to let your playmakers make plays. But as far as running a traditional snap, set, read, throw, I just don't. I hope I'm wrong because I've seen, and you guys have seen as well, where we've had some really crummy offensive linemen, but they just have a game, I mean, shit, Thayer Munford had a killer game against San Diego, or the Chargers a couple years ago, and look where he's at now. They're not even, so
yeah,
it can't happen. I mean, the sun does shine on a dog's ass every once in a while, so let's just hope it happens.
John Parker, no, we just started like 20 minutes ago, so yeah, fine. Who starred in and who's not? Do you have that information? Well, I'm looking at the depth chart right now. So it's definitely Forsythe. So Stone Forsythe is definitely at the left tackle. Michael Mayer's definitely out. It's still iffy on Brock Bowers. I don't think it's confirmed. 805, I know you talked about it. I don't know if you've got that full information. But I know the other two tight ends are going to be Ian Thomas and Runyon Carter that are going to be out there. So that's pretty much how the question marks on the offense look right now. But I do also see that Moser is definitely the number 2 behind Genti again, which is a good thing. My take on the offensive line blocking for Geno to get him the long, deep passes, I don't see it happening. If it does by some miracle, that it is able to happen, then that means that Forsyth has played better than we thought he would. Because that's the only way I see that happening. Because I think the Colts are going to take advantage of that side of the ball big time. You should have put your helmet back on. You sent me the picture up earlier.
I would, but it's red. I got to paint it black. I ain't putting no red in this show.
That means that Forsyth is playing better than we thought. And I honestly don't see that happening. Jonas Duncan says if the interior offensive line plays well, as it did last week, then yes, the Colts defensive tackles are their strength on the D line, but the defensive ends aren't slouches either. Yeah, and that's why I'm worried about that side, man. Gino stares us down like we're college girls in bootay shorts. It's up to receivers. Let's see. Without an O-line, we can't get anything done. No. There's no excuse that a 3rd and 1 or 2 we don't get the first. Yeah, well, we saw that last week for sure. So this also keeping in tune with the offensive line here. So this brings us to the next thing. Running game. Should we commit to the run early, or should we look in the air it out here? Now, by saying that, do we commit to the run and stick to it and not bail on it early because of the score, or do we stick with the run? We'll start with Jason.
Thank you, sir. Thank you that's a very good question. Here, one of the most effective ways, and 805 can attest to this as well. One of the most effective ways to establish your offensive presence is you have to be able to establish the run. Establish run, and when I say establish the run, get an effective run. Sometimes those 5, 6, 7 yard runs, they help. If you throw an incomplete pass on first down and then second down you run a dive up the middle for 1 or 2 yards, you're just prolonging the inevitable of just a stale offense. It's just going to stay in a rut. It's never going to fix itself. Once you establish the run, you stay with the run. Even if we get down 7 or 10 points, that's not time to abandon the run. I'm sorry, you go in at halftime, you're down by 7 or you're down by 10, and you come back out in the second half. You stay the course, stay with the run, make it effective. Now, if for some reason we go in at halftime, we only got 35 yards rushing, and we're just getting pummeled at the line, then you're gonna have to change it up. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to get outside. And I really, really believe Genty can be a really good outside runner, off the edge runner. I really do. So a lot of the counters and the inside zone runs. I mean, let's start maybe pulling a guard, getting him outside, pairing him up with a good tight end on the outside, and let him get into fourth gear before he hits the offense, gets to the line of scrimmage, and gets going. But I think I went off on a tangent there for just a second. But to stick to your question, is we have to stick. It has to be effective. We have to stick to the run. Let the run maintain the overall balance of the offense. It's proven that's football 101. If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you ain't gonna win.
Chris?
Yeah, I agree with that. For one thing, the run could establish that passing game, because if you're running like 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, it's gonna make defense a little honest. That means the safeties never have to come into the box to stop that run. Then you'll get one-on-one coverage, or maybe they'll break up that zone. If we're down, like Jason said, we're down 10 points. Ain't no sense like panicking. If we're down 10 points at halftime, don't panic and then go in third quarter, start throwing the ball over the place. That's how we get those interceptions and stuff like that, or 3 and outs. If the run is working, keep it going. Let them worry about stopping the run. We should not just stop the run ourselves. They should stop the run. And like I said, it opened up play action pass. It opened a lot of things up. Since we ran well last week, just keep doing it this week. Now that we got a qualified number 2 running back, makes things even better, because now we can run back that can fool the defense and say, oh, it's third down. Zimmer White's coming in. He's going to block for him. He's not going nowhere. So they get ready for that. You got Mozart in there. Now you got a guy who can actually get out there and make catches, screen pass, get out in the flat. He can they have to worry about him now. So that's they got that. They got a 1-2 punch now. Finally.
Yeah, and definitely Accelerator said basically the same thing too. It's just a heavy dose of Mozart and Genty, and getting Genty in the open field, getting him outside the tackles to where he can do his job. Because God knows he's probably not going to be able to run very well inside the tackles. I just don't see it not with this O-line. Not now. Mm-hmm. If it happens, then we got lucky for sure. But definitely we got to stick with the run early and establish that, get that ball control, the time, the ball control in the game. And again, it'll open up the passing, and then we can start taking shots down deep, because the defense is going to have to respect the fact that, if we're burning them on running plays and just pounding at them, then number one, that's going to tire their ass out too. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. So with that being said, who's the X factor in this? Adams, Mayer, or Tucker?
Chris, you go first.
You said Mayer?
Yeah. Myers.
Oh, Myers. Okay, I was saying, wait a minute. I thought Myers was
Oh, my bad.
I ain't the only one that does that.
Oh, I do it all the time. One of them's got to go. It's not confusing the names.
Well, the way they play Myers, I'll be out of here. I'm out of here. It's done. X Factor got to be Jamal Adams. He has to. He kind of disappeared the last couple of games. He was there a little bit, but that first game, everything in preseason, he was like the dog. He was it. But he kind of disappeared lately. So he needs to step it up. Basically, run support. Because Taylor's going to run his ass off. Period. So if we won't be able to stop him, but contain him, don't let him break anything big. Then if Indiana Jones go back to try a pass, run some blitz. Hit him a couple of times, get him off his game. But yeah, Jamal Adams is like the biggest X factor. We need him to show up this game.
Jason?
As you can all see at the top of the screen is Mr. Confucius himself, Accelerator, my brother. That's my X factor.
Mozart.
Mozart's going to be the X factor. Mozart needs to come in. He's got to give us 10 to 15 really good reps, whether it's in the run game, the pass game. Somewhere along the line, somebody has to step up besides somebody that we're expecting to make the plays. Mozart showed that a little bit last week. It was quite refreshing to see him participate on the offensive side of the ball, and it was nice. There were some. He was very effective. Got some good runs for us. Mm-hmm. But he's going to be an X factor, or he should be an X factor, because out of the backfield, he's pretty deadly out of the backfield in the passing game as well. Mm-hmm. So that is going to be my X factor. But since Accelerator started, I think I'm going to find another one and go with. I think Dante Thornton needs to be the X factor. I'm saying needs to be. I'm not saying gonna be. I said needs to be. He needs to be the X factor.
Yeah, he need a breakout game, because I thought we had multiple receivers on the team, but there's only got one, Jacoby Myers, and then Tucker now and then. So he need to spread that defense out, open it up, and catch the goddamn ball.
Tucker when it's garbage time, especially.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Accelerator, he says, I wish we had a 250-pound fullback to act as an extra blocker.
We don't have a traditional run game, though.
Well, and that's just it. Are you talking a blocker for passing plays, or are you talking a blocker to block for Genty? Because that's not his style. That's like the whole reason Barry Sanders, and I'm not saying he's Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was that type of runner where a fullback wasn't going to help him. He didn't need a fullback. A lot of running backs through the years didn't need the fullback. Emmitt Smith needed Moose Johnson in front of him. That's the type of system they ran. The system we're running, Genty doesn't need a fullback in front. I think the fullback will just get in his way is the problem. there's a chance where the fullback's going to plug the hole up by accident. Not by accident, but because the play goes bad. My X factor, I think 805 is going to love this one. I think our X factor has to be Butler in shutting down the run game. I think it has to be Adam Butler because that run game for the Colts is lethal.
Hey, wait a minute.
One in the league.
I thought we were talking offense here.
You gave us 3 choices, and then you said Adam Butler. No, you can't.
He picked a different one too.
No, you can't switch up like that.
Yeah, I thought we were on offense here.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Then I'll go Jamal Adams too.
Oh, well, Jamal Adams on defense. But I'm just saying that you guys, Jamal Adams, Myers, and other guy. He said
it was just a playmaker.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
All right, next segment. You guys.
Let's go all that. Who's best back in the game though? Anybody.
Anybody.
Most
can do anything. He's used to it as long as he isn't overused. With our tight ends being thin, look for Betch to get more playing time with his blocking capabilities. It can lead for him to get more targets and get going. Absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did put some plays in for him at tight end.
They said he was going to be involved this week, so we'll see. Also, I wonder if Grant gets some playing time as a swing tackle, 6 lineman. Who knows? What's up, Tyson Cobb? He says Betch will be the X factor.
I hope so.
Me too.
Yeah, says most certain Genty's a good combo for pace. Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Travis, better play calling if offense calling if offense calling ain't working, change it up. Agree. Got to shut down Taylor. This should be the game where we see what Betch does. Absolutely. What's up, Dixon Siders in the house? What's going on, brother? So next segment, we're going to go on to the defense.
Cider? Oh, now we're on defense. Okay.
Yep. We'll start with Chris in this one. How the hell do we stop Jonathan Taylor?
We don't stop him. We just contain him, keep him from breaking those big runs, like I said earlier. I mean, he's going to get his. That dude is that good. He's going to get his, I don't know how many yards he'll get in a game, but I don't want to see him breaking a 30-yard run or a 60-something yard run like he did against the Donkeys that game where he ran down the sideline. We just got to keep him balled up, let him get 2 yards, 3 yards to carry, just keep him balled up. Because if he gets the running game going, it's lights out. Oh. Because that means Ian Jones can just play action passing all over the field. So stopping him, I don't think so. Just contain him. Just slow him down.
Jason?
Yep. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to agree with Chris on that one. Just got to we got to contain, but there's another guy on that offense that we need to contain as well, and that's going to be Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
So our linebackers better get the running shoes on because that kid is legit. He is legit. He's good enough that had we not drafted Brock Bowers the year before, I would have wanted him with that 6th pick instead of Genty.
Well, this brings me back to what I started saying about Butler. I think Adam Butler is going to be the key focal point, and probably Jamal Adams in there too, because even the linebacker core, they're going to have to play lights out.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to stop stop him at the second level. He can't get in. He can't get past the second level because if he does, it's over. He's just going to run ramshot over that secondary. It's going to be up front with Butler. Go ahead.
That kid, number 57, the guy we got from Cincinnati, he's not playing this week.
Pratt. Yeah, he's up.
There's no showing on a couple games, so yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Chewy says this is going to take time. The Raider Nation expected this to turn around overnight, which is pretty unrealistic. Giving it a few more years, Gruden says it best. You stop laying bricks one by one. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
what's up, Oscar? Welcome.
We've been laying bricks forever, though, man. That's the problem.
Yeah, but the wrong type of bricks.
Yeah, we
put the building blocks down one at a time. Yeah. Stop laying the bricks.
Yeah.
Oscar says, "Dumbass Chip needs to step up or send his ass back to college." We don't, but if we hold them to less than 100 yards, we'll win. We thought the same thing last week, though,
and we lost.
We shut their running game down, and we still lost. Let's see. Question: how do we win tomorrow? And what's your prediction, Arnie? Somewhere. We're kind of going through that step by step in this process. But I think a big thing is having to stop or at least slow him down as much as we can. Is Jonathan Taylor? He's the big factor in this.
Yeah.
No two ways about it. And I was number one rusher in the league. There's nobody better than him right now. Mm-hmm. So he's their X factor. We shut him down. We got a good shot. Let's see. It says, tired of mediocre shit. Gino, 3 picks. Back in my day, you throw 3 picks, you're sitting on the bench. True. Let's see. White, Butler, Tyree, Booker need to bring their A game and stuff those holes. Yeah, Booker and Butler, they both have to step up.
They have to step up.
I'm not expecting much from Tyree. I would never lump him into that. Just plug a hole. That's how I look at it with him. If he gets lucky a couple of plays, he usually does. That's the only time he makes the highlight reel. Hate to be critical, just want to win. Yeah, I hear you, brother.
I'm sorry. I'm looking ahead right now. I'm sorry, real quick. I was looking at Trudy popped up, but you can pull up if you want. Up to this part, of the 3 of the 4 games, Red had a good run defense. They stopped a lot of these running attacks for 3 to 4 teams besides the Commanders. So they could possibly not, I say stop him, but they could kind of slow him up. Well, you have a big day. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that sets up. It's Booker, Butler, like you said.
Have a good
Roberts, all those guys got to stuff that guy. Don't let him, especially the edges. Don't let him get outside. Once he get outside, we're in trouble.
Am I missing something on that comment, though? He says, we have a good run defense minus the Commanders game.
Yeah, we did.
We actually do. Yeah, we actually do.
Oh, no, that's the one that mine. I'm getting them confused between the Bears are the ones that we should. My bad. You're right.
Oh, Bears, the Patriots, and the Chargers. Bears, Patriots, we had a good run defense against those 3 teams. It's just the Commanders, we got blasted. Yeah.
So the next issue here is the pass rush. We all know Max Crosby is the guy. Who else needs to show something in the pass rush? We'll start with Chris on this one.
Tooms. That's all I gotta say. I'm done.
Thanks, Chris. I'm sitting here looking at my cards, and he goes, like, he just.
I have a whole paragraph written down, but I just made it short. Coach got to step up, man, do something, be disruptive in the backfield, do something. I know we threw a year off. Okay, we're in game 5 right now. Or game 4, wherever game we're in. We're game 5. Step up, do something. Call some havoc in the bathroom. In the backfield. Do something. That's all I'm asking. Be disruptive. If you can't get attacked, make Indiana Jones run around the pocket. Do something.
And Jason, let me guess what your answer is going to be.
Yeah, it was going to be Coons, but apparently he's cheating on the test and looking at my answers. So, I mean,
that was a tough one to answer.
I can read your writing, man. So
A, B, and C all say Malcolm Kuntz, so you pick which one you want.
I'm gonna just pull an old 805. I'm gonna just go CBA on this one. Just go CBA.
No, it's AAA all of
it. All the way. Actually, since he stole my answer,
I didn't steal it. Damn it!
You stole it.
I did not. I said it last night.
It's an obvious one, so we'll go there.
You stole it because
I think that. That's it. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go to Plan B on this one, and I'm going to pick 2 people, pretty much the same position, and that's going to be Booker and Butler. Because if you put pressure in Daniel Jones's lap, not so much on the outside, but in his lap, he's very ineffective. You got to put it in his lap, and that's going to be up the middle. So there's going to be some gains, some twists that they're going to have to run. Some of those are going to involve Max. Max is going to probably be hitting the A gap a couple times from the outside. Those are fun. You gotta admit those are fun when you see that happen and the other team wasn't expecting, and all of a sudden this big old 6'7" power forward number 98 coming right up the middle into your grill, and it's like, oh crap, that happens so fast.
Because you know they're going to double team, triple team Max, so that leaves somebody on one-on-one blocking.
Yeah.
So even you can talk about that guy that we drafted, 7th overall. He can step up too a little bit. You know.
Yeah. You know, and he actually is showing a little. He's not showing 7th overall pick performance, but he is actually showing that he can legitimately probably stay in the NFL for a few more years. He keeps doing what he's doing, and I mean, he's given us at least 2 or 3 really good plays a game that's making a difference, helping stop drives, or even just overall changing the outlook of that drive. You know, whether it be lateral down the line, making a tackle, or getting pressure up front, or even on a game or on a twist stunt, or just an overall stunt. You know, sucking up a couple people to allow your primary rusher to get free.
Pause. Thank you. What you just said.
Did he just freeze?
No, he told me to stop.
Pause because you said something that's like, wait, what?
Well, I'm gonna go a different route than both of you.
Hey, go ahead.
I know it says besides Max Crosby, we need a repeat performance from Max this week. You can't just be a one game and done and then come back 2 weeks later and have another game like that. He needs consistency. He needs to be that early presence right from the start. Plain and simple. He needs to come out with that same piss and vinegar that he did last week and take control of that start of the game. And we need the rest of the team to step up and see that. He showed it last week. He basically said to the defense, I'm putting you on my back. Follow me. Defense did what they were supposed to do last week. Offense screwed up. Mm-hmm. Now it's their time again to do the same thing this week. Get your ass in there. Get after Indiana Jones there. Stuff him. Crush him. And help shut down the running game. He's got to be effective like he was last week. Plain and simple. Yeah. I don't mean he's going to get an interception and run one back for the, but he's going to be disruptive back there because their wide receiver's not that bad either. You can remember that, and their tight end too.
Pittman's going to be out.
Yeah,
but like how often do the defense they didn't get interception? I mean that's very rare. They get some, but that was very rare. So I know he can't have that same performance. It'd be nice if he did. I'll be honest, but you can't expect him to have that same interception. What you need to do is be disruptive.
No, he needs to be in the backfield consistently, but not in the backfield because he's running so far outside and swinging back in. He needs to be inside more and getting inside and the ball's getting handed off to Taylor. I want him right there on that guy's ass or tackling him right away. Yeah, like the other defenses do with our offensive line. Mm-hmm. That's what he needs to do tomorrow. So Chewy says we need to send Jamal Adams in there to blitz more. Wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Sure.
Donuts Duncan says the Colts had the best O-line we'll have faced so far. D-line as a whole is going to have to, step up. Let's see.
Absolutely right.
That's right. Lawal's our sack leader. What's he got? 3 on the year now?
Mm-hmm. 3 or 4.
What's up, Neil? What's going on, man? We'll see if they can get it done. Absolutely. I hope they can. They got to. Here's a good one for you. And we'll start with Jason on this one. How confident are you in the secondary?
Well, Stokes ain't playing. So that takes a little bit of the confidence. That takes some of the confidence out right there.
Well, let me do this. Just to put it in context for you, I'll tell you who's starting right now in the defensive backfield. Okay. So it's Darian Porter on left. Strong safety is Jeremy Chin. Free safety is Palomao. The right corner is Kelly. And the nickel is Darnay Holmes. That's how it sits right now with Stokes out.
Yeah. And Decameron Richardson will be up this week. He's healthy. He'll be healthy, active.
Yes.
So he didn't shine in the preseason like I thought he would, but he got hurt towards the end of it. He's been banged up since, but he should be good to go this week. I know they were anticipating him being available week 4, but he's going to be up this week. Palomalu is the one that, you know, he's just going to have to get back to what he was doing last year and staying true to what his eyes are telling him and quit looking back at the quarterback. Get your eyes out of the backfield, you know, especially on some of those. Because if we're going to run a cover 2 show, cover your area.
What's up, Curtis?
Okay. If we're going to run a cover 2 show, cover your area. It's what you got to do. Somebody comes into your area, you know, lock onto their shoulder pads with your eyes. Start to read their body language. That'll tell you when the ball's coming.
Well, let me tie this one into this, and you can add this to your answer too, and then we'll move over to Chris. Not only how confident are we in the secondary, but with that secondary, what's it going to take to create takeaways?
Well, they're going to have to be disciplined and read their keys, and stay. Don't be guessing. Just read your keys, make the plays. They've been really good about keeping the ball in front of them, minus the Commanders game. But they've been pretty good about keeping that ball in front of them. So if they don't make the play on the ball, they're still getting the receiver's not gashing them for yak, you know, not giving up a whole lot of yak. So that's good, I guess you can say. And then, but when you have a bunch of young people, and Pete Carroll knows this, is sometimes you got to put them in that position before they start realizing, okay, I've seen this play 100 times now. I could probably get a little jump, a little nudge, and maybe make a play on the ball and take one to the house. You see what I'm saying? So as they're starting to build their confidence up, we're going into week 5. So like Kai Blue, and now with Porter, it's just a matter of getting confidence. Now Porter hasn't had a whole lot of game reps in the regular season. He hasn't had a lot of game reps, so he's behind the curve on his progressions. But from what I understand, is he's doing everything that and this isn't coming from Pete Carroll. This is coming from outsiders that have been watching as well. That they see a progression in him, and he's getting there. You know, he's not regressing, he's progressing. So, but you know, he's going to have to line up against Josh Downs, and you know, I hate to say it, but yeah, well, he hasn't called me, you know, but hopefully he, you know, he whatever happens at the beginning, build off of it. Keep your head in the game. Don't give up. Don't pout. Don't beat yourself up, and stay with it. It will come, because Porter has the athleticism, the size, and the ability to play that position. You know, there's no doubt about it. I've seen his Iowa State tape. He can do it. He is definitely, if he sticks with it and keeps progressing, he could be a top cornerback in this league. He could. I'm not saying he will, but he could, and it's up to him. It's just like everybody else. Nnamdi Asomugha is a perfect example of that. You know, we took him in the first round. Yeah. You know, everybody wanted to run him out of town his first year. Then the second year was like, whoa, this kid. By his fourth year, he was the best cornerback since sliced bread.
So yeah, Curtis, I would say your Dolphins suck, but the same record as us. So Chris, what's your take on the confidence level of the secondary, and how do we create takeaways?
My confidence level is not that high since Stokes not going to be there. I had faith in Kelly, but this last game, man, I was like, dude, he seemed like he was just off a little bit. He was like a step behind what was going on. I don't know if he has eyes in the backfield too much. Good worrying about Caleb, what's his name? Finger paints. Was going to run. Caleb Williams. Was going to run with the ball or not. He just like it took a step off of responsibility. And same thing, like Jason said, I'm also looking at cheat notes from Jason. Palomalo needs to stay disciplined. He has a job to do, and he's not doing it. There's a few plays where if the ball wasn't overthrown or underthrown or Crowds to get a sack or anything like that, that would have been a touchdown. Because he has eyes in the backfield too much. I know he's a safety, but if you're going to play free safety, you can't watch the backfield too much. That's up to your linebackers and your strong safety. Watch the rest of the field. But Darren Porter, like Jason said, I heard a lot of things about him from other sources outside the Raiders. They're saying, like, he's starting to develop really quick. He didn't get that many reps, but he did get a few reps in the Chicago game and pretty much, did okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think he had a pass thrown to him. I think he had a pass thrown his way. So I really can't judge it. But he's just a young kid. As long as he stays disciplined, if a catch happened over him, just, okay, that happened. Move on. Get to the next play. That's all that's all I worry about. Kelly, I lost all kind of confidence in him after I saw what he did. Yeah, I saw what he did. I didn't like it. I mean, he's capable of being better. Maybe he's had an off game. Hopefully that's what the case was. But overall, secondary, I'm not going to put the game online on the secondary. I'll put it on the defensive front, the front seven. I'm not going to trust the secondary to hold the game together.
As far as me, I don't have a lot of confidence in the secondary. Unfortunately, I hate to be that way about it, but I don't. As far as how do we create turnovers, this is where a well-oiled machine on defense all around helps. And by us creating a pass rush to disrupt Indiana Jones and force him into throwing errant passes to the point where a secondary gets a shot to intercept them, that's where the difference is. I think that's how we create it the best, is our defensive front getting in there, getting that penetration in there and, tipping the ball as he's throwing it or disrupting him enough where he's just throwing bad passes. Because let's face it, he's gotten lucky so far this year. This is a different Daniel Jones than what we've seen in the past. We saw what he did in New York and how much of a gamble it is when he's out there. So we still can get in there and rattle this cage, I think, and hopefully create those turnovers with that second because of our defensive front. So moving on to
real quick, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
PSA 40. There's 40 guys in here watching us. Let's get those hit those thumbs, man. Get those subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. All 3 channels, and give us those give us those thumbs up.
Notifications too, because you never know when neither one of us will pop up.
Yep.
So you've got Jason first downs or Raiders first downs. You've got 401 Raider Jeff, and then you got Chris for Raiders podcast. Make sure you get over to each channel, hit that sub, hit the notification, give the thumbs up. We're all streaming to our own channels right now, so make sure you assist us all in helping us create and keep going what we're doing here.
Exactly.
I got to bring this comment back up because I was laughing my ass off when I saw it. So Michael Guerrero, what's up, man? Welcome in. He goes, I'm sacrificing 3 live chickens tomorrow for tomorrow's game. And I saw your prediction on the score. I saved it. When we get to that segment, I'm going to ask everybody to put their score, and I'll bring yours back up then.
Yeah.
So
Can I go back to defense? The early part of how we stop Taylor.
Oh, hurry!
Don't hurry. How we stop Taylor? I say the best thing they can do to stop Taylor is go to his house, flat all 4 tires, and put sugar in his gas tank. That's what so he can't get to the game. That's how we stop him.
Oh, did you guys see what happened to Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, he got stopped.
Yeah, he got arrested.
The guy did?
No, Mark Sanchez.
Why?
He's the one that he jumped in a car. It was like a road rage type thing, and the guy inside the car and got him.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Motherfucker got what he deserved. Jump in my car, fuck around
and find a road rage incident. He jumped in the guy's car and the guy shivved him a couple of times.
Yep.
And he is currently under arrest in the hospital.
Oh, I didn't read that part.
He's supposed to be the game tomorrow for the Raiders, but guess not. They got to find somebody else.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be calling any more games anytime soon.
I think he's done.
No, not at all.
Road rage.
Dixon says he'll drink the chicken blood for a win. I'll be tomorrow because it's a 1:00 game. I'll be up in Chicopee, Mass, which is like a 2-hour ride for me. I'm going to be with my chapter members tomorrow watching the game as a big Raider family. Yeah. So I will not be on live during the game. The only time I'm going to be on live doing the game watch parties is prime times. So we've got a Thursday night game coming up later this year, and we've got the Cowboys on Monday night. So those will be the only ones, unless something gets flexed at the end of the season. But the way we're playing, I don't think we
ain't getting flexed. They'll flex us back to the UFL the way we're playing.
They'll flex the other team that need to win. They'll flex that game. They won't flex us.
We're playing the Birmingham Stallions, and they'll flex that game.
Who? Oh, come on, USFL. I just thought of it.
Raider Paul's in the house. What's up, Raider Paul?
Hey, thanks, Raider Paul, for the jelly roll.
Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Jelly roll. Hey, don't you wish you rolls money?
Oh, hey, you know what? Not just as... Yeah. If I could sing like him, it'd be great.
Would it?
Let's see. All right, so moving on to coaching. Oh, let me get rid of this one.
Here we go, coach.
Coaching and game planning.
Let Chris go first.
You're gonna love this one. Is the play calling helping or hurting this team? Who wants to go first?
Jason want me to go first. The offensive play calling to me looks suspect. I don't think they're doing the right things with the right players. You got certain players can do certain things good, but they're not taking advantage of that. You know, we saw what Gentry can do when he gets some openings in the hole. Good, let's keep going with that. We saw Moser can do. He had very little opening holes. He still got through there. But then you got Thornton. Why just streak him down the field? I mean, you can do other things with him. You got Tucker. I saw they tried to do end around, which is great. The blocking was horrible, but they tried to do end around with him. Okay, yeah, keep that up. Keep doing that. Do different things. Stop being so goddamn vanilla. It looks vanilla to me. We had high hopes of Chip Kelly going to run a dynamic offense. Only thing I saw dynamic was the Ray at cheerleaders, man, that again they played the Chargers. That's the only thing I saw dynamic. Everything else was like, regular football to me. So, yeah, I think they need to change things up, take advantage of what the players are, their special skills, and use it to their advantage. I don't see them doing that. I could be wrong, but I don't see them doing that.
Jason?
I'm gonna veer off course just a little bit here. Is it the coaching? The reason why I say that is, are they trying to install the type of offense that they want to run, but the personnel that they have just isn't grasping the concepts, and yet that limits them on the type of plays that they can call. You guys have all played, Jeff, you played football. Anybody in there in the chat that has played football, whether it be high school, Pop Warner, college, whatever, 805, if you're still in here, you were an offensive coordinator at one time, you were a defensive coordinator. I'm sure you looked at your play sheet and went, I can't call these plays because you mental midgets can't get it right. Okay? So I have to run the basic plays that we installed back in March, and even then, it's a loophole.
I'm sorry. Tell me with the mental midget thing.
What is mental midgets?
What is a mental midget?
No. The reason I'm laughing is because I've used that line so many times in the past with some of the rookies, some of the probies on the fire department. I used to call them mental midgets all the time over some basic shit, and it's just the best.
Doesn't it fit? Does it fit, though?
Oh yeah, it does.
It fits. It fits. I mean, I can't teach you algebra if you don't know basic division or multiplications.
Hey, you had 805 wrong. He played
He's
high
high
level.
level. Yeah.
He used to bang the shuttlecock around.
Yeah, see, if the Reds keep losing like that, I'm gonna switch my sports to badminton. I'm gonna start watching.
I thought no. I was 805. I was talking in respects to your offensive coordinator prowess. Okay, as when you were an offensive coordinator, or even as a defensive coordinator at a high school level, whether it be in California or Texas, you know you had a team at some point that you were coaching that you just went, I can't expand what I know and implement what my philosophy completely because they're not getting it. So we have to condense the playbook down in order just to function. And Jeff knows this when he plays Madden because there's 250 plays in Madden. You only run 5 because the other
I never
200
shit. I go with the same plays every goddamn time. I don't change the goddamn thing. That's why I get blown out 45-0 and 75-0.
You know,
besides, I don't like the game anyway. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, give me Tecmo Bowl any day.
Tecmo Bowl.
3 plays, 3 running, 3 passing. Pick one and go with it.
Total of 6 plays the whole game.
I just stick to Atari football.
I'll give my answer on this. And I got to bring this up real quick here. Chewy, so you played Pop Warner until high school? Is it because you were that small and they thought you were still a Pop Warner player, or it's just funny the way you worded it?
He was a junior in high school playing Pop Warner. How'd you work that out? I don't know. It's happened before. Trust me.
No, it happened. Yeah.
He's 18.
It's happened.
It's called first birth certificates.
Yeah.
Is the play calling helping or hurting this team? I think it's a mixture of both things that you guys said, and especially what Jason was bringing up with the dummying the stuff down sometimes based on who's out there on the field as far as the quality of the players. You've got guys that are new to the system. Everybody's new to the system. Let's put it, first of all, let's start there. Everybody on this roster is new to this system because none of them had these guys as coaches with this organization. So anybody that was already a Raider never dealt with them before. Anybody that came over that was a Seahawk, yes, they did, but it's Chip Kelly now running the show, not the OC that was in Seattle when Pete Carroll was there. So it's a little bit different. So yeah, did they need to dummy it up? I think they did. But I think we're talking week 5 here. I'm sorry, but training wheels need to come off. We need to really see what these kids can do. You know, it's time to step up and play with the big boys. We're 5 weeks into this season. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's really open up the playbook and go for it. Take some chances. We're 1-3. We're not winning the Super Bowl, you know. So let's see what these kids can really do. Let's put them to the test, basically, is what I'm saying. You know, what do you got to lose? You know, which is why I also want to see, for the hell of it, let's get Grant out there. Let's get Caleb Rogers out there. Stop playing these guys. You know, give them that chance to show what they've got, to see that they're warranted of taking when we took them. You know, get Betch out there this weekend. Let's see what this kid's got. He's the 2nd-round draft pick. Make plays specific that's going to use this kid's talent.
Right.
You know, we need something again, and I keep saying this for the last 3 weeks. We need a spark, or last 2 weeks. Something needs to spark. We had it last week. Max stepped up, had the game that we've all expected. Ashton Genty stepped up and had a hell of a game. You know, then we lose out because Miller goes down, and now we're sitting here going, what the fuck do we do now? My first reaction when I saw Forsythe, I saw number 70 walk out on the field when Miller was laying on the field. And I'm like, oh, there we go. They have a freaking Forsythe going out there, a left tackle in the middle of the game. This sucks. You know, and what happened? We can run shit after that. So it already showed at the tail end of the game. So we already kind of know what we're going to get this week. So this kind of ties into the next question then. So the play calling, helping or hurting the team. So the next step on this is, should we be more aggressive or control the tempo? Like, should we take more risks for the high reward, or control and take the low risks and reap the benefits long term on the longer, like on a longer drive? Or do we be aggressive? We'll start with Jason on this one. Do we go aggressively, or do we just kind of take it easy?
Well, that's a slippery slope as far as I'm concerned, is being aggressive. Look, if you're gonna try and win the game, be aggressive, but be strategic about it. Okay, let's not Terry Robisky this offense and just start throwing 50, having our wide receivers run 50-yard sprints all day. Okay, let's be strategic about it. Let's be smart about it, and pick our spots and when we want to attack and continue to attack, even if it's a 3-yard out, attack. Get it upfield, get the ball upfield, reduce the negative plays. That includes pre-snap penalties, holdings, which we've actually been pretty good about with this team. Not a whole lot of pre-snap stuff, other than I know Gino's taken the play up to the 0 mark of the play the time, but he needs to. I would like to see that ball snap with 5 seconds on the play clock. And that way, it makes me feel more confident that they are in rhythm, they are ready to go. They've already got the defense deciphered, and they're going to attack. So that's the deep ball. It's the threat of the deep ball, but it's the power of the run and the effectiveness of the run game that is gonna help us and establish. Long drives are good. You got to be systematic about it, though. Let's not come out and try and do a 10-minute drive and kick a field goal, because now we didn't accomplish jack shit. We took a bunch of time off the clock, gave the ball back to an offense that can put points up on the board. Okay, so the 4 or 5 minute drives, good field position, and that's what hurt us in the last game with the turnovers. Is I don't think the Bears ever started a drive on their side of the field the whole first half, and yet we still went in at halftime with the lead. So let's keep the ball on the positive side of the field. Let's score our points, put points on the board, but touchdowns count. Touchdowns count. When you're kicking field goals, you're not playing to win. You're being too easy. And I think, and I know we got a good field goal kicker, and that can kind of hurt us a little bit, because we get to a certain point in the field in a drive, we're like, if this play doesn't work, that play doesn't work, we got a field goal kicker to kick it 55 yards. Who cares?
Yeah, complacency. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Until somebody blocks the kick, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, Chris, your feeling on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much in part with Jason that they can be aggressive to a certain extent. Don't be overly aggressive where you trying to force the ball or force something that's not going to work. Another thing I want to see him do is do a little up tempo now and then. Don't do it all the time. This is like change the pace, change the deep. You got to make defense think about what you're doing. Instead of like holding the ball, doing all the pre-snap stuff, it's fine. You can do that. But now and then, call 2 plays in the huddle. Get a run on first down, get a 6-yard run, and then go right back to the line of scrimmage and run the ball again, or throw the ball. They got to change it up. They're just going back and forth. Be aggressive, but don't be overly aggressive, because this team can't put up points. Mm-hmm. And like Jason said, yeah, we got a field goal cookie, yeah, but like you said, they get down the field to a certain part of the field, like, this play don't work, we'll kick a field goal. That's complacency. Now that team last week blocked a field goal, they got to be more like, oh shit, that can happen again. So get touchdowns, get that ball in there. If it's 4th down and 1 on their 10-yard line, shit, go for it. If not, at least one thing can happen. You get them pinned back, and hopefully defense can do something about it. And hopefully defense can stop their drive right there on the spot. But be aggressive during certain situations where you can be aggressive. So
Jason, what article? What are you talking?
I have it's in regards to. Well, as soon as we're done with this segment, I will go into details. It's an ESPN news report regarding Mark Sanchez. I know some people are still talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, you want?
I don't care.
I know.
I just thought it was interesting to bring up. I could care less what happens.
Well, I just was
I mean, I know some people are USC fans, so
yeah, I am.
Well,
I am, but I really don't care. I said he was a USC Trojan. He ain't no more. So
had he not been calling our game no more, I wouldn't worry about it either, because I know it's going to be a matter of topic going forward.
Yeah,
if you guys want to talk about it, I was just going to read the news article real quick.
Chris Maya's doing the game now instead, isn't it?
Let me go back to my 506.
I wouldn't care who calls the game. I just want to see the Raiders win. I don't care. I don't care if it was what's it called out there? What's Ron Burgundy?
He says, got to start laying bricks. We have a running back. We have a tight end. Let's get some O-line to see if we can progress quickly within the next 2 years. We need to draft a QB, but not early though. We have too many more holes to fill besides a quarterback.
Yeah, late in the rounds maybe, but not now.
Yeah, the butt fumble, Chewy. That's the one. Yeah. So as far as my take on aggressive or control the tempo, I mean, I just said we need to open up the playbook and be aggressive. I think we go for the throat first shot. You know, which kind of there's one of the next questions is coming around, but I think we need to be aggressive. We do. We can't fuck around. We need to score first or score early and score consistently. You know, pretty much like what Jason said. We can't settle for field goals. We gotta take control of the game from the start. And once you get the lead, you put your foot on their throat. You play aggressive through the whole game. You don't let up. Even if we're up by 21 points and we get the ball back again, go for another goddamn touchdown. I don't care. Show no mercy, plain and simple. That's how this team was. That's how this organization has been for years. We've gotten away from that. We need to get back to that. We need to get back to that aggressive rate of football. We need to get that mindset back on this team and to help increase the fan base and to make the fan base happy and feel like being part of Raider Nation again means something by being aggressive. You know, the Raider fans are aggressive. The uniforms are aggressive. The logo's aggressive. The only thing that's not aggressive right now are the players on the field performing the plays. They're not aggressive enough. Mm-hmm. And the play calling's not aggressive enough. Mm-hmm. And that's what we need to get back to. So, yeah, I'm for fucking pedal to the metal, baby. Just fucking go for it. Open the game up, throwing some goddamn deep passes. If you're on 3rd and 6 or whatever at that point, then try and run. I don't care. I don't care if we go 3 and out in the first series, but just show that we're not going to sit back and just keep, you know, we're coming for you. So that's my take on that. I don't think we need to pussyfoot around this. We get the ball first. Fucking, I want 6 points within the first few minutes of this game. And that's how I look at it. How this is kind of an open-ended question. Yeah, Cobra Kai, straight first, straight card, no mercy.
Hey, that's right.
You kill Cobra Kai.
Exactly.
2-minute drill the whole game. Yeah, more no huddle bullshit too. No more, more no huddles. These are intelligent guys. They're not a bunch of dumbasses out there.
Yeah. Well, call 2 plays in huddle. And if we get this, this one's gonna run next.
Yes.
You know, they go right to the line of scrimmage, and before this thing gets set, run it.
Yeah. I'll go in and fucking lay it on the table for them. I'll go in there and give them a fucking speech where it's like, get your head out of your asses. Us old guys want to see this team be like it was that we watched when we grew up as kids. We want to see that aggressiveness. We want that Gen X type of fucking coming after you bullshit. Not this fucking today's day and age. Like, you gotta go easy.
Playing too hard, playing too rough. Huh?
Yeah. Hey Velvet, what's going on? Hi. So this is kind of this is tough to really answer because we're not in game conditions right now. But I think one of the things we have lacked is halftime adjustments. The only time I've seen us so far this season do any type of halftime adjustments was the New England game, because we came out in the second half and we did what we needed to do and we got the win. That's when halftime adjustments work, because when you pull it off and you get the win, it's a little bit different. How important are the halftime adjustments for us with this current status of this roster right now? We'll start with Chris on this one.
Oh, that's very important because if you're on offense, they see what defense has taken away from you. They take this away from you, take this away. You got to adjust it where you can put in another play to baffle the defense because they're going to take certain things away. We know that. That's what defenses do. But then you go halftime, so you know what they're doing, right? They're doubling up over here. So let's instead of going over here, we can go on that side. You know, they got to adjust things according to what defense is giving them. If a defense is giving a certain play, we can run that. Okay, we'll keep running that. Don't change it. Like it's like what I hate, like you said earlier. I hate when we run the ball really well, also we get away from it. Whether we're in front or behind. If it's working, let it work. Let it keep working. And they got to make adjustments on both sides, defense and offense. What's the offense doing to our defense? They're doing this. We'll change it up. Make the offense that have to worry about it, not us, not our side. So yeah, they got it. I thought Pete Carroll was a great halftime adjuster. He was. I don't know what happened this year, but they got to make some adjustments.
Jason, I don't know if you saw 805's response because Jason, you're right. Sometimes you're handicapped due to the players you have on the roster. Chip doesn't have this excuse due to our salary cap and the amount of draft picks we had.
No, he don't have an excuse.
I'm not saying it. I wouldn't even use it as an excuse. I'm just saying it from a factual standpoint.
Yes,
whether or not that can happen. Well, I'm looking at the offensive line. What's one of the reasons why JPJ is not playing center? The rumors that we're hearing. Why is he not playing center? He can't make the calls, right? Does Meredith look like he's making the calls? Does he look like he's doing that much better than what JPJ was doing? You know. Now I'll give him credit. Last week, about 80% of that game, that offensive line was spot on, but there was 20% of that game they sucked hind tit. Sorry, no ifs, ands, or buts. 805. You watched the film. I watched the film. We know. There was a lot of miscommunication. I mean, come on. We're pulling on a fourth. You're pulling the center on a 4th and 1. That Meredith should know he's not pulling on that play. He should know that he's not pulling. And if if it is a step left, if it's a directional block, at least hit the damn nose guard. He's right up on you. I'm sure 97 when that ball was snapped. 97 went, what the hell? The seas just parted, and there's the running back. Good golly almighty. Bam, game, play over. And then the ball squirts out. They recover the fumble. And it's all a bunch of jackholes standing around looking at each other like, whoa, was that me? Yeah, it was. It was you. You fool.
So I got a question for you both. I'm going to ask the question. You guys decide who wants to go first.
Chris goes first.
And this is for the for the chat too. I'm going to ask the chat this. I want your answers. You're the head coach of this team. You're playing the Colts tomorrow. You're going to pre-plan the first play. What are you running?
Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was going to let you go first.
No, you go first.
The first play that I'm running is I'm running to the strength of our offensive line. And that's going to be somewhere in the A and B gap, but it depends on what defensive front they bring out. It's going to be a 2-play call, depending on what formation that they're in. If they're going to load the box up, then it's going to be a play action pass. But don't go deep. Don't go deep. Don't do this 9 route just down the field. Make it more strategic. We've done it in the past games where that first play kind of opens things up a little bit, and then we can settle down and get that running game going, get it chugging. But they got to work together. You know that the run play and the pass play have to come out of the same formation, and they got to attack. So either when you come up the line, you get the right. If you start to see that safety on the backside creeping up, then check into the pass play. Run a little play action pass on the first play, but make it count. You know, hit the crossing route. Let them know that, hey, we're going to attack the middle of the field today, guys. So, so be
So
prepared.
you can pick one play though. What is it you're doing though? You kind of gave me
play?
like 6 different options here. You
well, that's just it. I mean, what have we?
Chris on that one. I saw that.
We've ran the same play 3 out of the 4 first games. The exact same play. Put that play away. We're not running that play again. Okay.
Oh my God! Just pick a damn play. What are you doing as the head coach? What play are you picking?
Come on, Jack Kennedy. Come on, Jack Kennedy.
Play action pass with the crossing route from the weak side.
All right, Chris, what are you doing?
I'm doing a PEA, man, and I had Jenny go out to the flat and let him run out there. That's what I'm doing. You know what? I was like pass, and like I'm looking deep, and Jenny roll to the flat, boom, drop it off, and let him do his thing. That's what I'm doing.
I'm saying bombs away. That's my thing.
Yeah, here we go. Oh my
Early
God.
Riser says bombs away or deep pass. PNW Mark says bomb. Frank Weber play action bomb to Thornton. Let's see.
There goes interception number 8.
Early Riser says straight first. Tell Gino to look left and throw right.
Exactly. Look at the same side he's throwing on. Are you open yet?
Well, you know what? JPJ has something you can't teach, and that it is heart, but it's also just the aggressiveness. You're either born with it or you're not.
Yeah.
You know, that's plain and simple. Just like you're either street smart or book smart. You pick, and a lot of that comes in development, but still that aggressiveness, man, that's bred early, man. I recall Jenny being too sure of the play direction at least once.
Well, he used to be a wrestler in college and high school, so aggressive comes from that too.
Oh, could you imagine if we had Incognito a few years younger and JPJ at the same time as both our left and right guards? Oh, good God.
There'll be about 10 personal foul plays on those guys.
Crazy, right?
Personal foul too aggressive.
Yeah, I'm going deep play right away on that one. So I want to open it up. Take the shot, man. What do you got to lose? Again,
the game.
If we're 5-0, then I'm going to play a little bit more conservative. And we've won one game, and we were lucky to win that game.
So you're saying if we got nothing to lose, just let her rip, Tater Chip. Just
fucking go for it, man. Again, seriously, the coach ain't getting fired. There's no way Mark Davis is firing the head coach. Pete Carroll ain't going anywhere until his contract runs out. He might not extend him for the 4th year. That's a definite possibility. Or Pete Carroll may not want to stay for the 4th year. But he's not going to get fired because he's going to fall. The team's going to fall back in that same rut we've been in, and it will never get better.
It won't change.
We're going to be looking for another goddamn head coach. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of switching head coaches and quarterbacks and offensive coordinators and on a consistent basis. That's not good. There's no continuity with that. It's not good. It's not good for your fan base, and it's not good for your ticket sales. It's not good for anybody. It sucks.
It's just bad all around.
Yeah, see, we can be like Pittsburgh Steelers. They had 3 coaches in their whole history. 3. We went through 30 of them.
Yeah.
So we're going to do key matchups here to watch, okay? So I'm going to give you the matchups, and then I want your feeling on them. So first one, our wide receivers versus their defensive backs. Is that a plus for us or a minus? And then what do you kind of think about it? Start with Chris.
I don't really know how good their backfield is. I haven't watched the Colts. But judging our receivers and what Geno Smith is doing to our receivers, not throwing the ball when they need the ball, I'm going to say it's a plus side for the Colts. Because I have not really looked at the Colts team yet. I'm done. Jason. That look,
right.
man.
getting back to the first play of the game. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
So their secondary is a little bit more savvy than what our secondary is. So I'm going to call this neutral. Our receivers versus their secondary. I'm going to call it neutral. But Tucker can have a really good game against the secondary because they lack that speed across the field, staying with the receiver. So I know the Rams were able to kind of pick apart that. So if we can do that, if we can get some of that, they're long drawn out plays. Don't get me wrong, which sucks because we don't have really the pass protection like most teams do. But if we can get Tucker, running, like on a 7-yard in cut across the backside of the linebackers in front of the safeties, I think we can beat them because I don't think they can keep up with them. I don't think they can keep. And same with Thornton. That's why earlier I said Thornton needs a breakout game. It's not he has to. He needs to. So I'm going to call it neutral. I mean, their secondary they are capable of playing solid on the back end, but we also we have more talent at wide receiver than people give us credit for.
Yeah, well, with Bowers, yes. Without Bowers,
This is where Jitty comes into play. Got to make him effective. Got to make him effective.
Just to give you an idea on the Colts defense, right? So their leading tackler is a safety, and that's Cross. He's got 20 tackles, 14 assists, 1.5 sacks, no interceptions. Blackman, who's their corner, has 14 tackles, 15 assists, and 1 sack. Buckner, defensive tackle, is number 3. Number 4 is Bynum, who's their other safety, 11 tackles, 7 assists, and 2 interceptions. So 3 out of their top 5 tacklers are their corner or safeties, which tells me that they get whoever they're playing against gets past their second level a lot, which means it gets past their linebackers, gets past their tackles and their edge rushes. So, which could mean a field day for Genty based on, if I look at just that, and I know that they've got 3 out of the top 5 tacklers are from their secondary, that makes me feel good because that either means that the other teams are passing on them, or Genty or their running game, whoever they're playing their running game, their running backs are getting into that second level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it's not even their linebackers that are up there in the tackles. It's one defensive tackle, and that's Buckner, which I expected because he's that good.
You don't want that. You want your linebackers and your front 7 to have the most of the tackles.
But that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying. This is their defense.
Yeah,
their defense. Yeah, but you're not understanding, Chris. Their defense. They're leading. They're leading.
You don't want that. You want the linebackers and everybody to be leading tackles. I'm saying I understand that.
No, you don't.
I just said what? I said you want. What are you talking about?
When you're going against the defense, you don't want the leading tacklers to be your tackles and linebackers. You want that defense you're going against. Your leading tacklers are your secondary, which means your guys up front ain't tackling shit. Which means they're getting burned.
You want your linebackers to be leading tackles, not the secondary. That's what I'm saying. That means
that's if it's our.
That means they get
our team. Yeah,
that's our team, Chris. That's our team. That's what we want.
They getting past the linebackers and defensive line, and now they get to the secondary, which is good for us because that's what I like to see.
Thank you.
But
that's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying though, you don't want.
No,
that.
you weren't. You were arguing the point.
No. I'm arguing. I'm saying that you don't want that on the Colts. That's cool for them. But we don't want that. We don't want our lead tackle to be our safeties and cornerbacks. We want the linebackers to stop at the first level and second level, not the third level. That's all I'm saying. I'm not arguing. I'm agreeing with you on that. Like, shit.
Yeah, but the way you were wording it at the start, you were going against what I was saying. And I'm saying this is a good thing for us because their defense, their leading tacklers are their secondary, which means their linebackers and their tackles outside of Buckner
You misunderstood the
not
word that came out of my mouth. You misunderstood what I was saying. Anyway.
which means that
I told you-
we should be able to get by their first and second levels.
Exactly.
Is what I'm getting at.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
means we should be able to get some mid-range passes down. We should be able to get Genty open a little bit more and to actually make it to the second and third level and hopefully get sixes out of it.
Let me
You
say
know,
this again.
so
Let
it
me
does
word
work in our favor at that point.
Let me word this again. As a defensive team, as defense on any team, you don't want your secondary leading all categories in tackle. You don't want that as a defense.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. So
Yeah, no, but
I
these,
brought up.
yeah, I was saying though, like good. That's they don't want that, but they got it good. We can take advantage of that. That
Yeah,
means
like
that,
if our team, our leading tacklers are our safeties and our corners, then we're in trouble.
right.
And that I agree with, and that's what I'm getting at. We're lucky that that's what they have on their defense, so that's going to be hopefully good for us in the long run, is what I'm saying.
That means Jitty can get down the field, get past the first, second, and get some good passes. Yeah,
But you're off at that point. So the next matchup, O-line versus the Colts front four. Now, keep in mind what I just told you about the tackle wise, like how good their front is, or how not good.
Oh, but one.
They've got DeForest Buckner. I mean, which him and himself. I mean, he's a hell of a player. There's no two ways about it. You got Franklin's their linebacker. He's got 10 tackles, 12 assists. Bashi, I guess that's how you say his name. He's another linebacker. He's got 10 tackles. Latu is a defensive end with 6 tackles and 1 sack. They don't have a lot of sacks. That's a good thing. So, yeah, I don't know if it's just the competition they went up against, but they haven't played like superstar teams. They have for the season 1, 2. They've got 4 sacks, and 2 of them came from one of their corners. I'm sorry, 3 of them came from their corners, which means they're running blitzes, obviously, or they got it at that point.
Yeah, blitz.
So their only defensive lineman that's gotten the sack is Latu, and he's gotten 1. So, and they've only got 1 forced fumble. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Hang on. I read that wrong. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, my bad. 6, 7, 8. Sorry. They've got I was looking at the interception ones. They've got 10 sacks. I apologize. They got 10 sacks, and their leader is Lewis, a defensive end. He's got 2. Everybody else has either 1 or a half a sack. My bad. I was reading the wrong column. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I mean, that's 10 sacks in 4 games. What's up, OC Nation? So what's your take on our O-line versus their defensive front four? Keep in mind with how bad our O-line is looking right now.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's not going to be a good day.
That's why. I mean, you're damn near answering my question just by giggling.
Yeah, I know. Like it's right there.
I mean, it's like shit. What do you want me to say? I don't give her two shits about who they.
It's supposed to be sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and
yeah. Well,
make it something good.
Yeah.
I am so afraid of this offensive line going up.
Tadpoles and lizards. But you know what, though? You know what? Can we get the offensive play that we had in the second and third and most of the fourth quarter last week?
Yeah, but you got to remember that was all cool. Yeah, but that was Colt Miller in there at that time.
Oh, I'm not. Forget about who's in there. I just want the overall play.
We got to remember who's not in there and who's in.
I know that
so
throws.
What we got from first quarter to midway through the fourth quarter is going to be completely different than what we had for the rest of the fourth quarter and what we're going to start with tomorrow.
Well,
it's night and day.
Well, I hate to say this, but Parham actually played pretty damn good in the second, third quarter last week, and some of the first quarter. He had a few hiccups himself along the way, but overall he was pushing and moving, and He wasn't in the back. He wasn't in our backfield. He was getting downhill in his blocks, and Genty was able to hit the. I mean, he wasn't. There's several times Genty hit the line. He wasn't touched for 2 or 3 yards downfield. That's all we need. I don't care who's in there. You know, I mean, put AOC in at left tackle. I don't give a shit as long as they can get the movement and you know.
Put AOC in there.
Well, everybody wants AOC to play. Hell, put him in at left tackle. Shit.
I'm the only one that hasn't said that too. That's the funny part. I'm the only one that says I don't want to see AOC try.
Everybody wants to see AOC. Well, put him in at left tackle.
I don't think they want to see him come in and play. I think they just don't want Geno. Like, that's the big thing.
As it stands right now, they about to want Britt Pickett in. Like, well,
yeah. But in all honesty, Pickett's been on this third team now. A fourth team, third team. Where's third team?
Well, technically, we're his second team.
No,
third team. Technically, we're her third team. Excuse me.
He
went from Pittsburgh to Philadelphia.
The Browns had him doing preseason.
Well, I am not counting the Browns because we took him out of training camp.
That's what I'm saying, though. They had to do the preseason training camp, so he was.
Yeah, and believe it or not, he was earmarked to be the starter before he hurt his hamstring. And
well, that just also goes to show you how bad their options were in Cleveland.
Well, guess who's starting tomorrow?
Dylan Gabriel.
Oh yeah. I'm stupid. Huh?
Shador's still the third string.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still on third string. That's the same string.
So Raider Travis said, "I liked it better when they only had one sack." Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I was looking at the wrong.
That's what we get when Jeff starts rattling off stats. See, you got us all excited. Got us all excited, thinking we were going to go up against some junior college football defensive line there, but nope, you had to run it. Thanks.
Yeah, and that's true. We only need 3.5 yards every play in order to get a first down.
That's all. 3.5 yards to play.
So, Chris, you pretty much feel the same way on the offensive line then? I mean, it's going to be a shit show more than likely.
Maybe.
Yeah, Colt Miller gone. I'm not trusting that left side to Parham and Forsythe. Where does Buckley play? He plays on the right or left side? He plays on the left side, right?
I don't know. I don't know what side. It just says he's a defensive tackle.
So he'll move around. Yeah, he'll probably go to the side where Forsythe Parham is.
Butner's going to be on. Butner's going to be
in the middle.
The game.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put him right over Parham.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised.
I'm not totally confident in that. If they decide to do quick plays and stop sending it back to waiting for somebody to get open, yeah, it'd be all right. But if they do quick plays like get the ball in his hand quickly, yeah, it would be all right. But you can't sit there and hold the ball because they'll get the backfield too quick. It's too fast with that line. You know what? I'm looking at the league leaders in sacks. You know it's the top, right? There's the Donkeys and the Rams. But you know who's dead last?
Us.
No, we're actually in the middle of the pack. We're at 8.
Really? So who's last?
The Carolina Panthers, and then Tennessee's right in front of them with 4.
Yeah, Kansas City's struggling to run the ball
every week. Can we just play Tennessee every week?
I'm still scared of Tennessee for some reason. I don't know why that game scares me.
It doesn't.
Right,
at this point, it don't matter.
Next matchup, Max Crosby versus the Colts left tackle.
Right tackle.
This is left, but whatever. Left, right. Whatever side he lines up on.
Well, he's predominantly on the left side. Max predominantly lines up on the left side. That's his strong side. He's on the left side. Usually, only when we go into our NASCAR package, he'll flip over to the right side occasionally.
And then he just runs in circles.
Well, that's when three of the four defensive linemen will be in a 2-point stance in the up position. And
but he runs in an oval, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually.
Runs around the other way.
Yeah, very seldomly does he just chase it upfield on the right side.
Well, he should be on the right side then, because if he's going to take a left turn all the time, so. In the NASCAR package, right?
Now we're knocking NASCAR. Now we got to knock NASCAR.
Oh my god!
Why are you a redneck? You're a California redneck.
Excuse me, I grew up around NASCAR. Yes, I did.
There's another problem we found with you. Okay.
Nah,
That
don't hate. Don't hate.
Chris,
Don't
you a
hate.
NASCAR fan? You
hate.
strike me as a NASCAR fan, Chris, right?
Yeah, turn left.
Don't
Turn left,
hate.
Clyde. Turn left. Turn left.
But you have no choice because your right side doesn't work right?
Yeah, right.
That's
It's
all right.
always going left.
Turn left. Turn left.
So what do you think this is? What do you think of that matchup between him and the right tackle?
Well, it's any tackle, really. I mean, Max is Max.
Now we're going to be ambidextrous on which tackle it is. A second ago, I said left tackle, went right tackle. Now it's
I don't care. I don't care who's playing the right tackle for the Colts. I don't. I really don't. Because Max has the capability to beat anybody and on any given play at any given time. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried so much. It's just Max has to perform the way we know he's capable of, and don't overthink things. Just play. It's the beginning of the season. He was overthinking things. He's worried too much. He's worried too much about just go out there and do your thing, man. That's all you got to do. Just relax and let it go. Because we forget he didn't finish the season. He missed a lot of games towards the end of the season last year, and he rehabbed over in the off season. Now, granted, he came in 100% healthy, but those reps that he lost at the end of the season, it's going to take him a while. And we saw it last week. It started to come to fruition. You know, he's making the plays. He's doing things that we expect out of Max to do. Okay, just cause havoc. That's all you got to do. You know, I don't really worry so much about his sack totals as much as the overall aspect of his game. The overall aspect of his game is righteous. I mean, from, you know, chasing down the run to the other side, you know, creeping up into the B gap, you know, even, you know, with some of these mobile quarterbacks that like to get outside the pocket.
Yeah, but
we're
paying him the money we're paying him, though. We're paying him to get those sacks to shut plays down.
No. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay. So let me put it to you this: what's the difference between a tackle for loss and a sack?
I mean, I guess
I'll simplify it for you. Let me simplify it. I'm going to use a basketball analogy. How many points you get for dunking a basketball versus shooting a layup? How many points you get?
I don't know basketball. I couldn't even tell you.
You know enough to where when they dunk a basketball versus a layup.
Okay, that
it's 2 points. It's 2 points, right? It's 2 points. So if I sack the quarterback for 5 yards, or I stop the running back for a 3-yard loss, what's the difference?
2 yards.
It's a negative play, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you look at the totality of Max's game, he is effective in all aspects, whether it be stopping the running back for a loss or getting after the quarterback for a sack. Yes, I agree. He doesn't have the numbers of sacks, the totals that we would like, because in a roundabout way, you're right as far as his contract. He should be in that 16 to 20 sack range based on what he's being paid, right? But if you look at his tackles for loss and the plays that he makes overall, you know, having the quarterback ditch the ball because it's a pressure.
Hang on. What I'm really referring to is how he's always leading in QB pressures. I want to see those, because those where the passes are still getting off, or the little dump plays are getting still let off. I'm talking about that. I understand he gets tackles for the loss all the time. That I get that. But I'm talking more or less how he's always leading in QB pressures. Those pressures need to be turned into sacks is what I'm getting at. He's pressuring the quarterback, which means he's getting close enough to put pressure on the quarterback to make the quarterback move from his position, but he's not getting the sacks, and the quarterback's still getting the ball away and converting a 3rd down or converting a 4th down or getting a big long play. Like Mahomes is a perfect example of it. You can never count Mahomes down and out until he's physically on the ground with the ball in his hands, because as long as he still has movement, that ball is going to do something. He's going to somehow magically will that ball to an offensive wide receiver or a running back. Yeah, I was going to say an offensive player, but he's going to get that ball to a tight end or somebody where they're going to make something positive of it. It always happens to us. It's getting that pressure converted to sacks is what I'm saying. We're paying him that kind of money to – I don't want him to lead in pressures. I could give a shit about pressures. Pressures don't mean anything. It's converting those into sacks and having a positive impact on the defense and a negative impact on that team's offense, because now they just lost the down and they lost yardage. And it's basically now they're behind the gun, because now it's 3rd and 15 because the quarterback ran around like a freaking nut and got sacked 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage when it was second and 5. Now it's 3rd and 15 because you just sacked him for a 10-yard loss. Not him running around for 15 yards, zigzagging back and forth, trying to avoid Max, and you just kind of little shovel pass to Travis Kelce because Kelce was smart enough to come back like a smart tight end and get 5 yards out of it on the positive side. That's the shit I'm talking about. That's what we're paying him for, and we're not seeing that. We saw it last week finally. You know, we need to see those convert over to sacks.
Yeah, like last year when he played Mayfield, Tampa Bay, that wiry little bastards kept running around. You just couldn't get him. And then he throws the ball down the field, they get a completion. Yeah. I see what Jeff is saying.
Yeah. And early riser, that's not true either.
Complete the process, man. You got him running around, complete the process. Sometimes he overruns the sack. He'll like overrun it. And the quarterback just step a little bit and move, and he's gone. So, yeah.
He's got a little. He does have a little.
Perfect example of that not being true. Watch the Monday night game against the Chargers. He went about 80% of the plays was one-on-one against that guy Pimpkins, and
he got owned that game.
He got owned.
It was a lot of
one-on-one,
a lot of head-to-head. Wasn't a whole lot of chipping, and wasn't.
He hasn't been doubled and tripled much at all this year. To be honest with you, he's been singled out. They, for some reason, I don't know why, but they've been doubling up on the opposite side over by Kuntz for some weird freaking reason. And I think it's just because it's easier for them to take him out with a couple of tackles, with a couple of offensive linemen, and just run that way because Kuntz is too small. He's a smaller body, you know. But
he's
been held by one guy a lot.
I'm going to throw a little bit more into this. So we're staying right on the same topic. I'm going to backstep just a tad. You used an example of Patrick Mahomes and how he has, Patrick is getting in and out and still making plays with the pressure, quote unquote pressures, right? Well, Patrick Mahomes is a very savvy football player. When we go back to that Chargers game, Justin Herbert was a little savvy with Max Crosby as well. He knew how to set the pocket, manipulate the pocket to make sure that Max stayed in the block and didn't get off the block. And a lot of that has to do with the depth of the quarterback. It's the quarterback too shallow. Because if the edge rusher's coming off the edge and he knows I've got 2 moves on this one play because I know the quarterback's going to be at a 5-yard depth, that's fine. Then you stick with what you're going to do to manipulate that tackle to get to that quarterback. But what these guys are figuring out, and watch, when we play Kansas City, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Because Patrick Mahomes will get the snap, and he'll look right at Max Crosby, and he'll glide back. Max will see that outside. He'll have his outside free, and he's thinking, I'm going to go around this tackle on the outside and get to Mahomes. And all of a sudden, you'll see Patrick Mahomes dip his shoulder, step up, and then break outside the pocket and buy him some time on as he's rolling out.
Yeah, he steps up into his right. So now he's got himself he's got the tackle between him and Max because Max over pursues so much. And that's how you stop him from having an impact.
Okay. Now
because of that.
Now when Max changes, okay, now this next I'm going to go in, instead of going outside, I'm going to step out, sweep, and come inside. The quarterbacks watch. These quarterbacks are smart enough. They'll be watching out the corner of the eye, seeing seeing what move that they're going to make, and that'll dictate, okay, now I'm going to go around my tackle on the outside and get out. Well, that's a pressure. Got him out, that's your pressure. But you have to have rush discipline, right? And Howie had suffered this really early in his career where he was the same thing. He would just get upfield so damn fast. It was like, damn, quarterback went that way. Oops, missed him. So it's you got to be disciplined. And you see this last week against the Bears, you kind of saw it a little bit because, especially with Caleb Williams, you can see he kind of kept Caleb in the pocket most of the time. He'd get outside every now and then, but he would double his move. He would show, I'm going to take the outside, I'm going to take the high side of the tackle, and hopefully the quarterback steps up and then maybe swim back into the middle. And now that quarterback's, oh shit, now I got to readjust before I could throw the ball. And by then, the play's pretty much over. So he's either got to throw it away or take a sack. But that's my take.
Do you have anything you wanted to add to that, or you good?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm just telling I say, well, not really. I didn't say I'll agree with you, Jeff. Sometimes he oversues the play. He overruns. But like Jason was saying, some of the quarterbacks do set him up for that. So the smart, savvy quarterbacks will set him up.
Smart, savvy quarterbacks will set him up. Now, Indiana Jones isn't Patrick Mahomes. So now, can Max do that against their right tackle? I'm just going to say their right tackle. Can he do that against them? That's going to be important. Can he manipulate them? Can he manipulate?
I got one more thing I want to say about Max. Just watch the game last year against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's that wiry guy.
Baker Mayfield was giving him fits during that game. He was getting pissed. You could see it because he would just get so close to getting him, and Mayfield would just take off on him. Would just get away from him, no matter what direction he went. It was actually. In hindsight, it was kind of comical in a way, but you could see the aggravation of Max all game. It was happening all day long.
Yeah.
Next matchup we got, and I think this is a big one because we've discussed this one already at the beginning.
Ding 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 ding, big one.
Jonathan Taylor versus our linebackers. How do you feel on that matchup? Are you nervous about it? Are you confident with our linebackers? Keep in mind Pratt's out.
Like we talked about earlier, like I said, our linebackers got to step up. Like I said, they ain't gonna stop Jonathan Taylor from running, getting his yards in the game. He probably get those yards.
Sure.
I don't know how many you get, but he'll get those yards. The main thing you got to focus on is you cannot let him break for long runs. That's the only thing. The linebackers have to step up. They have to clog the middle up. And the outside edges got to be sealed. They can't let him get outside because he will bust one if he does get outside. Because we watched that Denver game together. Well, we didn't watch together, but I was watching it with the Colts. John Taylor ran that ball on the sideline. Like, she's gone. So it's up to the linebackers and the edges to make sure they got that outside sealed. And they have to pop that middle. They have to make sure that he doesn't break any long runs. That's what I'm worried about. Hey, man, my other guy.
Yeah. Jason?
Yeah, it's going to be imperative that Devin White and Adams and Tommy Eichenberg, because Tommy's probably going to be playing quite a bit on the sandbacker. So it's going to be imperative that they keep him containing inside. Don't get caught in the wash, because that's what happened when we played Washington. Get caught up in that wash.
Yeah.
Keep your head, read your keys and keep them contained. Because if we don't contain Jonathan Taylor, if we don't keep him below 90 yards, fuck it. We might as well just get back on the plane because it's over.
I agree. Just keep him tank.
I'm a little nervous about it just because of how good Jonathan Taylor is and his ability to consistently run the ball. But I think if we can hold him to under 100 yards, I think that's successful, to be honest with you, because he's that much of a threat. If he hits for, like, say, 150, that game's over. They're just gonna chew. That's the problem, because of their running game with him. They're gonna have the ability to just chew up the clock, and we're gonna have less chances on offense to get out there. and our defense is going to be gassed early if we can't get them into a series of 3-and-outs, or long 4th down tries, So this is where that Butler and Booker are going to have to really step it up.
Yeah.
Last question on the matchups. Which matchup decides this game? We'll start with Chris on this one.
Which matchup decides this game is going to be, can the left side of the offensive line hold up enough to get Geno a little time to throw the ball, and or Genty to run it outside. Then who are they going to match up against? It's going to be Buckner or whoever it is on that side.
Yeah,
both Parham and John Forsythe. Stone Forsythe. That's right, John Forsythe's an actor. Dallas.
Yeah.
They have to hold that left side. That's the matchup I'm looking at. If they can hold up enough where Geno has a clean pocket and they get Genty, he can run outside and get a few yards, then we will be in the game. But if they let go, they let the dam loose, the dam break, and a swinging door, this game over for us.
Jason?
I didn't know. Chris, were you done?
No.
Yeah.
I'm going to spin off. I'm going to go right along with Chris, but add a little bit more. It's the total defensive line. That's going to be the key, because the Colts offensive line is probably top 2 or 3 in the NFL. So it's going to be tough sledding anyways with those cats, but it's imperative, and hopefully Butler, Booker. I don't know. We brought Pegues up last week, and he got some run last week. And it looked okay. He flashed a little bit. Coots. It's another one. These guys, they're just going to have to they're going to have to bring their A++ game to give us a chance to win this game. No ifs, ands, or buts. Left side of the offensive line, I'm worried about that as well. But I think if we're steady with the run game and keep feeding the guys, keeping them happy, building their confidence, because the run game can build the confidence in the offensive line. You start ripping off 6-7 yard runs, those guys, they start getting all stoked up. They're hitting everybody. They're just, Jeff, you played offensive line. Nothing better than looking downfield, seeing your running back, just ripping off yardage, and then the next time you get in a huddle, it's like, oh man, you're clamping down on your, you're pulling your face mask down a little bit tighter, chin strap up, you're rolling your wrist, because the next block I'm gonna make, this guy's gonna feel it.
Especially if it's the gap that you created too.
Yeah.
Whether you're left or right side gap, and you feel him. Yeah. You feel that rush of air of him running by you, and you see him out of the corner of your eye going by you, and then you see him downfield like 30 yards. It's like, oh
yeah.
Let's go get it again. You know.
And the next play we're going to call a pass play, and I'm going to, next play is going to be a pass play. I just had my running back go for 22 yards. Next play is a pass play. Guess what? That guy steps upfield. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's going to feel me. So,
I'm going to go a different route on. I think what matchup decides this game. I think it's Chip Kelly versus their defensive coordinator. Chip Kelly outsmarting them. He's got to. He has to this game.
He has to. There's no doubt about it.
This is going to be his turnaround game for this offense. It's time to crack open blow some dust off some of those pages on that offensive playbook. You're going to have a totally different set of offensive players out there this week. You're going to have your number 1 and number 2 tight end are out. You've got a weak left tackle, a weak left guard. You're going to have to be creative this week if you have any chances of moving this offense. He's got to outsmart. I don't even know who the defensive coordinator is. He's got to outsmart him. He has to. If he can't outsmart whoever that is, then it's all for naught. I think it comes down to ROC versus their DC. Who's the quicker to adjust and pull something off? So that's where I'm going with that one. So
I'll take it. I'll take that one.
Yeah. Thank you. So here's what we're gonna do now. So that was number 5. So number 6, we're gonna do predictions and hot takes. All right. So Jason, you're gonna go first on this one. I need your final score. Okay, Chris, you're gonna go first because Jason walked away. I need your final score in the game. I want an early MVP and early most unvaluable player. So your MVP and your MUP. Who do you think is going to be the MVP and who's going to be the MUP for the Raiders? And what do you got for a score prediction?
Well,
and chat, you chime in too.
Well, first of all, the defensive coordinator for the Colts is Lou Anarumo. Never heard of him. That's the defensive coordinator. I just looked it up. His name is Lou Anarumo, defensive coordinator for the Colts.
Oh, all right.
Anyway, so
I'm trying to think of where from.
The MUP of the game is going. I don't know. That left tackle might be the MUP of the game. RVP is going to be.
Say his name. Say his name.
Oh. You left, so it's my turn. So you hush.
I think he just wants you to say the left tackle's name.
I'm not saying it. Shouldn't have left. Left me and Jeff alone here, so no, he gets nothing.
I was gone 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
That's all
it was long enough for me to say, well, I guess you're going first, Chris, after I'd already said, Jason, you first. So I said, nope, Chris, you're going first.
MVP, who I think will be, I don't know. Who I hope it would be?
Later Donuts.
Will be Thornton. Maybe a breakout game. Maybe he'll catch like 8-10 passes for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's hard to say. I don't know which Raider team is going to show up. You know, they did good in their first game, but remember, they played a team that's the same as them. They was like equal levels, and they came out to win. I don't know who's they're going to show up. They played well Monday night against the Chargers. Then they stunk to bed later on. Then they stunk to bed completely with the Redskins or Commanders, we won't call them. This is the same game. They could have won. I don't know who's going to show up. What Raiders going to show up? So I can't really answer that question. And final score, I not getting a score position. Each time I do a score position, we always lose. So I'm going to go with like Accelerator says, 175-14 Raiders.
You know, there's always one in the show. Jason, what's your score prediction and give me who you think is going to be the MVP?
Score prediction? You're going to put me on the spot, ain't you?
Who do you think is going to be the MVP for us?
I'm going to probably piss off a bunch of my brothers in this chat and Raider Nation, but I truly see us losing 24-13.
All right. Well, I'm glad we're here tonight. So this is your farewell show.
Yeah.
But and you guys have done this in the past too. I know you have. I've only known you for a little over a year now, but knowing Raider Nation like I know Raider Nation is I do something like that where they're gonna fucking suck this game, we're gonna lose, and they turn around and you're sitting there, you're just eating crow going, we're doing pretty good. I hope I eat crow. An Accelerator, Bueno, any of you guys want to come in and give me shit about it? I don't care. Because if I could be superstitious and counteractive and maybe get some juices flowing in the aura of Raiderland, you know.
Hope we crow jalapenos on it, man. That's what I really do. Hope we do.
I forgot about that.
You know what? I'm going to fire both of you guys.
I can fire us. You still probation.
Here's a public service announcement for everybody. When you cut jalapeno peppers, don't go and take a pee right after it. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly. Because if you go and take a pee after you cut your peppers and you don't wash your hands, it makes you want to jump in the pool and do nasty looking things in the pool right?
That's gonna be the gift that keeps on giving right there.
Oh yeah, it is. Honey, what are you doing in the pool? Nothing.
Yeah.
Just cooling off a little bit, honey.
I was kind of like Meathead and Porky's in the pool after he had a roundabout with the. Remember that movie, Jeff?
Yeah.
I remember.
They're all in the pool going.
The only thing that'd be better than that is if somebody put itching powder in your freaking shorts.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Oh, right in your jock strap, right?
yeah. Well, I did this to myself. But anyways, moving on.
That's the best.
That's in the past. Okay, that was way before the Commander's game, so that's way in the past.
Furpo's in the house.
What's up, Furpo? Let it rip, Jeff. Let it rip. But I hope I eat crow because usually when I say shit like that, something good happens. So that's why I'm making that prediction.
All right. So who's your MVP?
My MVP of the game is going to be Mr. Ashton Genty.
Okay. All right. So
my MUP is going to be Isaiah Palomalu.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to stick with what I've already predicted this week. I'm going 30-21. We win. I'm sticking with picking us to score 30 points until we fucking do it because we've got it in us. We've got the team that can do just that. We should have done it last week. We would have hit 30. We definitely would have hit 30 last week if we would have gotten a touchdown at the end of the game. So, right there. Right the fuck there. So, I'm still going 30-21. And now I'm going to bring up what's in the chat here. Now, I'm watching Raider Travis, right? So, he put in some predictions earlier on, right? So, first Michael Guerra did too. So, Mike predicted 28-27 Raiders over the Colts. Okay. That was about an hour and a half ago. Raider Travis at 10:57 p.m. said, I'm hoping for the best 24-21 Raiders in overtime. And now he's given, let's see. Hang on. I got to find it again. Where is it? Because he's given multiple guesses or multiple choices here. Shit. Oh, move me all the way to the back. God dang it. Where are you? Yeah, here it is. 30-24 Raiders. I think there's one other one too. So he's had a few different predictions. So we're going to go with his most recent one. 30-24. Dixon says 41-24 Colts. Oh, damn. Really going for our throat on that one. Who else predicted? I don't think anyone else did. No one else did. So I'm going 30-21 us. My MVP. Gino. I'm going with Gino. I'm going to surprise everybody and go with Gino.
I'm not surprised with that pick.
He's got to. He has to. My most undervalued player. It's a tough one. It's going to be a Raider, so I got to pick someone on the Raiders to be that most undervalued, most unvaluable. Wow. I'm going to go Glaze. I think Glaze has an off game.
If Glaze has an off game, how's Gino going to be the MVP?
Because surprisingly, the left side's going to play better than we all thought.
Who's on the left side?
What do you mean who's on the left side? You already know who's on the left side. Stone Forsythe and
you said his name. Right on.
Why wouldn't I say his name?
I'm not getting me to say his name. I'm not saying his name.
Why is he like Beetlejuice? I can't say it 3 times. Stone Forsythe. Forsythe.
I don't want to say his
Stone
name.
Forsythe.
I don't.
I
really don't want to say his name until he does.
Until he plays well in this game. If he said he played well, I'll say his name. Until then,
Thank you, Chris. Thank you,
Sorry.
Chris. High five, brother. Thank you. Until he shows us something, I ain't saying his name.
Rated Travis goes, I'm second and third guessing myself with the scores. Cool Kev says 21-17 Raiders. As for player of the game, Foresight. Oh, ass player. Accelerated saying 23-20. He's sticking with it. Let's see. We got him. Well, Meredith is Jason Kelsey, according to Shit Kelly.
Yeah, no, exactly what he said too. Like, really? No way.
No way.
Kelsey,
That was a stupid take.
He's damn near Hall of Famer. Shit.
That was just the dumbest thing he could have ever said. Say, Jeff sure knows how to run an engaging long form show. Jason and Chris, you ain't slouches either. Candyman, yeah. Oh, he's dead too. He just died recently. The guy that played Candyman.
Yeah.
So
Moser. Kukel says Moser is MVP.
I was gonna pick him. I really think Mosert's gonna be
I
able to
almost
make a
put
difference.
Mostert is the MUP.
You think so?
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was trying to
I
go
don't
with
think
somebody like totally unexpected to be the most undervalued, and I came to the consensus in my head with my other voices that I'm going to go with. I think an easy possibility is going to be DJ Glaze because he hasn't played that very well this year. He's in the sophomore slump. You better wake the hell up. So I'm using reverse psychology on him right now. So hopefully he has a really good game and I eat crow on that one.
Yeah.
So I'm doing the Jason thing.
Yeah. I hope I eat a lot of crow.
So what's for dinner this week? Crow with jalapeno sauce.
Washed down with the Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
Yeah.
Kev's saying Tyree also too.
Yeah.
So
just in case. Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I think we covered everything that we possibly could. Guys had some really good takes on stuff too. That was a damn good one.
Well, I want to shout out to the chat because really, in all honesty, the chat has been freaking on fire tonight. Everybody, Accelerator, Randy Travis, Raiders Travis. Some good take. Yeah.
Cool
Can you come on and sing for us if you still can?
Yeah. It was a good song, Randy Travis.
Yeah.
Randy Travis is on his deathbed. He ain't fucking singing.
He's circling the drain right now.
Yeah.
Have you seen him lately? He looks like.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got. What has he got? Alzheimer's or?
He's got a lot of things.
Yeah,
a lot of things going on.
Yeah. Or Lou Gehrig's or something like that.
I know you're talking about that Randy Travis, but I just saw something that your boy got kicked off the Hall of Fame ballot again.
Who got kicked off the Hall of Fame ballot?
Plunkett.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you look at the names that are still on it. It's like, are you shitting me?
Right, and he's not nowhere near that.
No.
Well,
Kenny Anderson. Come on, man. Kenny Anderson. What the hell? Kenny Anderson played in the Super Bowl, but he didn't win.
He lost. Yeah, Cincinnati Bengals. He lost to the 41.
You know what it is, though? Again, it's the stats. In the Super Bowl, and here's what people have to remember. The Super Bowl is not the Hall of Fame is for personal achievements as a player. So Super Bowls technically don't count because that's the team aspect of it. So when you look at Plunkett's stat-wise,
they're not great.
He never excelled on his own. Yes, he was an MVP in the Super Bowl, yes. But when you look at his career stats for touchdowns, interceptions, total yardage, it doesn't come close to some of these other guys that are still being nominated or brought up for the Hall. So everybody always says, well, he's got 2 Super Bowls. But again, that's the team aspect for it.
Exactly.
The Hall of Fame is based on individual accomplishments.
His stats are blowing.
Which is why Lester Hayes is still on it, because his individual accomplishments were just that damn good.
Mm-hmm. And the Stickum had nothing to do with that shit. I'm tired of that excuse. Tired of that excuse. But you're definitely right with the Jim Plunkett thing, Jeff. I'll just hit it real quick. It's those all pros and Pro Bowls of what the voters today are going to look at. The all pros and the Pro. That's why Kurt Warner is in the Hall of Fame. He had 2 All-Pros, MVP, Super Bowl, league MVP, Pro Bowls.
He
didn't do it for a long period of time.
Did he have 50 touchdowns in 1 year? I think 50 or 45.
Yeah, he was All-Pro. Yeah, he one of the most electric offenses we ever of our time. So yeah. But anyways, yeah.
But the other thing too is, fuck, what was I going to say? Dang it. That's why you'll never see Janikowski go in the Hall of Fame. Janikowski will never make the Hall of Fame. As great as he was. He's only got, and this is the amazing stat, which I didn't know until about a couple of months ago. He only went to one Pro Bowl in his entire career. Yeah. One. You would have thought based on how we played. That's why when people talk about how great, I'm like, he wasn't as good as you think he was.
Nope.
For as many long ass kicks he would make, he would still miss a lot. Mm-hmm. And not for nothing, the reason he was the highest point scorer for our team is because we weren't that great when he was here.
Mm-hmm.
The team wasn't that good.
Yeah, we did have people.
Unfortunately, you will never see him in the Hall of Fame.
There was a Cardinals game one time. He missed 5 kicks in that game.
Yeah.
4 field goals and an extra point he missed. He single-handedly cost us a game.
Dave Dixon. I highly disagree because I'm biased and Latino. He hasn't gotten in yet, and he's been retired. He's already been eligible for the last 2 seasons, and he hasn't gotten in yet. And his big claim to fame is the 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
the
sports writers that vote on this, they know they're not.
He'll be one that'll get in at some point, but it's going to take him a while.
Yeah, a little later.
We'll have to make it in next year.
Sometimes you go, how'd that guy get into the? And then you start to look, and then that guy might have had about a 3-4 year run where he was it. But I'm going to fall back on Lester Hayes. You tell me that Darrelle Revis, who's in, and Lester Hayes, what the difference between the two were in about a 5-6 year run. You take 1980 to 1986, you look at Lester Hayes and how well he did. And I know, it's the Stickum. He had all those interceptions. The Stickum didn't help him read defenses. The Stickum didn't help him cover the guy downfield. The Stickum didn't help him get quarterback sacks or fumbles. Okay. So maybe a bobble or a pass or something like that. But you watch those games in 1980, 81, he was on an island, and he dominated wide receivers.
Well, and what kills me is Mike Haynes made it, and he's not yet. And they both played in the same time frame.
But Mike Haynes
he had a lot of good years in New England too.
That's what I was going to say. He had a resume going to the Raiders, and the Raiders just being with the Raiders, what he did and winning the Super Bowl and all that, he that helped him propel him into the Hall of Fame.
So Jason, you got anything coming up?
Me?
Yeah, any shows you're doing?
No, I'm planning on doing something, and I think it's going to be more in the off season that I want to do it. More fan base where I do like a one-on-one show with fans, and talk about just basically fandom type stuff. But that's all in the works. I ain't got nothing. I'm just here to support the 401 Jeff franchise. It's been a blessing and an honor to be part of it. No, don't shake your head at me like that.
You're the fucking
franchise. I'm trying to prop you up.
Motherfucker, I ain't the only one doing this shit with us. It's the fucking 3 of us, man.
But Jeff, wholehandedly, you are, you're doing a really good job throughout the week, and I like being in the chat with you guys as well. I know a lot of you guys, Cool Kev, Dixon, Accelerator. We have a really good time in the chat. Sometimes we can chop it up while you guys are doing your thing on the TV. Or on the YouTube, we can chop it up in the chat. So
let's go for that. Say, fine, I ain't saying
But I know you shut me down on the Mark Sanchez thing, but man, you got to let me just.
Go for it.
Okay.
Free time. I'll let you have it. Go for
it. Being reported by ESPN.
Who cares?
through Associated Press. Former NFL quarterback, current Fox Sports broadcaster, was arrested by Indianapolis Metro Police Department on Saturday and is facing 3 misdemeanor charges in relation to an incident where he was stabbed and taken to the hospital. The IMPD. This was in Indianapolis.
Oh, all right. I thought you said L.A.
No, Indianapolis. Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department on Saturday and is facing 3 misdemeanor charges in relation to an incident where he was stabbed and taken to the hospital. The IMPD said Sanchez was arrested at the hospital on suspicion of battery with injury, unlawful entry into of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication. No further individuals are being sought by detectives. The Marion County Prosecutor's Office will make the final charging decision. Sanchez is hospitalized and has not yet been booked into the detention center. Earlier Saturday, Fox said in a statement that Sanchez is recovering in a stable condition. Detectives have reviewed video footage of the confrontation, which police said occurred in the popular downtown nightlife wholesale district next to the Indiana State House. Sanchez was scheduled, blah, blah, blah. Sending our thoughts and prayers. So, based on what I'm reading, and with my training and experience, is he was probably a drunken asshole in a downtown district where everybody's hanging out at night, having a good time, saucing it up, getting a little stupid. And he probably got stupid with somebody that was driving in a car and jumped in the car with them. And I don't know about you, but if somebody jumps in my car, I don't care who the fuck it is, it's going to be a bad day for them. And that's what happened. He caught a little FIFO, and now he's got to pay the price with criminal charges.
Okay.
So, and that's one of the big headlines. The reason why I said that, and now if he wasn't doing our game, I wouldn't even, I would be more like you guys. It's like, but he was set to do our game tomorrow. And I'm like, does this, we're all about superstition, Raider fans. You know you are. I know you guys take your Bud Light bottles and you turn them towards the TV with the label face.
Does that mean Gino's going to butt fumble tomorrow? Is that what you're saying?
That aura might play to our advantage. It just
how is that going to play to our advantage?
Now
I'm intrigued. How does Mark Sanchez has nothing to do with us?
How many color analysis like to review our How many color analysis like to review our stuff and give us negative takes? Every one of them, right?
Okay.
So he's one of those guys that he'll come in and, the Raiders suck at this, the Raiders suck at that, because that's just who he is.
Well, that's who everybody is, because that's what they say. See, they've seen the truth. So I don't see how him being not there affects our game. But we can look at the broadcast. We'll say it's just Mark Sanchez not going to be announcing our game. Oh man, this is a bad game for us. I don't get it. You know what? He was drunk. He was stupid. He's a fool. He deserves what he gets. Lucky he didn't get killed. That's this thing. He's lucky he didn't get shot or killed. And that happened in L.A., he would be dead right now. I don't care if it's UFC or not. So I don't care who calls our game. The game's all called on the field between the head coach, the DC, and the AC. I mean, the offensive coordinator. That's all I care. I don't care why. I can watch Fox and turn the volume down and you listen to them.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
But
thanks for breaking news, Jason. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, sue me for being an overall football fan. I mean, I love my Raiders to death, and I'm bound and determined, but I pay attention to a lot of football all around. So that's kind of why it was interesting, and I know some people were commenting in the chat about it, and I don't know if anybody knew about that.
Jeff, you remember what's that one with Major League? Remember Major League with that batter with the Juju? That's
oh my God!
You know what I'm talking about, the All-State guy,
Joe Boo. Joe was the name of
the
Serrano. Serrano was the player.
Yeah,
it was Serrano, and then the old dude came out and goes, "Hey, Joe Boo needs a refill," and he gets hit with the bat.
That was funny. Don't fuck with Joe Boo.
Isn't that Cage Match's little voodoo doll, Joe Boo?
Yeah, on that. Sounds like Piano Man with his mom listening on the other side, listening to him have a happy time. I miss Piano Man. Yeah, true. No, seriously, dude. He was on.
Yeah, that's it, Rich.
He was in the
That's
chat today and Jay and Rundown show.
That's
And
what I said, Rich.
Oh, I heard. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
I kicked him for 10 seconds. And then at the very end, as they were signing off, I booted him for 24 hours. I said,
Yeah, I see that, Travis. I see. If he's in LA, you'd probably been shot.
Yeah. Then I went in the 805 show tonight in the chat, and he was in there. He's like, "Oh, what the fuck? How come you did that?" Yeah. I'm like, "Dude, it was for 10 seconds when I did it. Just relax. If you just shut up, nobody would fucking worry about you."
Yeah. You know, it's not so much as takes. It's hard to decipher his hieroglyphics that he types.
I don't read his stuff. I don't read his shit. Period.
Stuff he's doing. He's doing so much.
When he's in it, if there's a show I'm controlling on my studio, but somebody links into it and he happens to be in their chat, I can't do anything unless I'm a moderator in their chat.
Oh, I know
how difficult that is to try. You see how the chat scrolls up on the side when we got a jamming show. Now imagine that boob in here, posting shit like fucking crazy. Yeah. You can't keep up, and it fucks up the flow of the show because now I have to keep scrolling back and fuck that shit.
No,
I just can't stand it. That's everybody's like, "Oh, you should just block him." I'm like, if I'm running a show and he's in someone else's chat, if I can block him all I want, it still shows here because it's under my StreamYard. It's in our show, so it's like I can't block him, so I can't see it.
Yeah. It has to be one of the moderators.
Yeah. It's like, fuck, man. It's just so annoying.
Yeah. Like, he holds the chat. He just
oh, yeah. Yaha today, I saw him. He was like, I had to block him. He goes, I couldn't even see anybody's chat.
Yeah.
I said, that's what it's even worse on our end.
And none of his shit makes any sense either.
Sometimes you say something decent, like not now and then. Not often, but sometimes you say something, okay. But then he just starts all the way down there. Dude, shut up.
Well, sometimes the other thing people have to remember is, so there's 3 of us on this show right now, right? So all 3 of us are streaming to our YouTube channels. So like, this is an easy way to understand this even better too. On this end of it where we are, I see Jason's chat, Chris's, and mine all combined in one window on this thing. So now if Piano Dick is on Chris's channel, that shows up along with everybody else's. So like what you saw today, on 805s, you just saw his chat. So now if you were in studio with us, you would see his chat plus everybody else's. So it gets mixed in with I've got say 20 people, Jason has 15, Chris has 20. So there's 60 something people in the chat and they're all talking at the same time. It's all in one big window. And now all of a sudden this idiot just keeps spamming shit. Mm-hmm. It's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm. So, and a lot of times what he's typing, it looks like a trigonometry.
Piano man.
Yeah, we're moving on.
I don't know why you brought piano man up. But anyway, guys, don't forget to tomorrow morning, me and Ray Nation Jason have a little small pregame show for the game tomorrow. It starts at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Just a little things what to expect, what we want to see. So that's me and Ray Nation Jason. I don't know if he's still in here or not. That's tomorrow morning. And then Monday is our quarterback show with Jeff. And hopefully it's all smiles that Monday morning.
Fucking better be.
Yeah.
You hear that, Gino?
Monday morning, Chris and I will be back on Monday Morning Quarterback. It'll be 1:45 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:45 a.m. Pacific Time.
You might have to set that up an hour. Can you set up an hour earlier? Because I have an appointment to go to at about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock your time?
Yeah.
How early do you want to go? It doesn't matter to me because it's already after 1 o'clock when we
can set up an hour earlier. That'll give me time to go do my thing.
So 9:45 and we keep it to under 2 hours?
My time? Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, so I'll start it at 9, so 9:40, 10:40, 11:42. So 12:45 my time. So 1 hour difference.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That'll be give me time. Perfect.
All right. So Monday Morning Quarterback will be at 9:45 Pacific, 12:45 Eastern Time.
Awesome.
And like Chris said, hopefully we have good things to talk about. And then I'll be back on Tuesday night with Cheeto Linus, James from the military Black Hole chapter, and Raider Will from Silver and Black podcast, also part of the Western Colorado Black Hole for our most notorious podcast on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, back on with Leo, Jay from Just Raiders Baby, and LV Raider 10 with the Raider Connection.
Also on Tuesday night, right before Jeff and this show, we have a show too. Me, you, and Raider Nation again. It's called the Cover 3 Show. Stay tuned for that. That's at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. So, and after that, I'm off.
Thank you, Dixon Slater, for the super chat. $1.99 F the charges. Absolutely.
Boom.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in with us tonight. We appreciate you all. And let's hopefully we get that W tomorrow. And as we always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
As Charles Woodson would say, Raiders. Yeah.